Dentistry of Loudon, Virginia.
No.
You already know where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so pediatric dentistry, it's obviously for children, hence pediatric, and it's run by Dr. Rivas Morello. And according to the Pediatric Dentistry website, quote, Dr. Rivas Morello truly enjoys working with children. Her background and experience has prepared her to treat children of all ages and backgrounds. She would love to help your children keep their smiles happy and healthy. Read more about her before your first visit. And then, of course, there's a link where you can read more should you be interested. And if you are interested, you can go to their very ill-advised web address, which is ashburnpedo.com.
Jesus.
Not even petty, as in pediatrics, which is spelled P-E-D-I. It is, in fact, ashburnpedo.com. My recommendation, don't do it. It's just not, I mean, look, it'll take you to the dentistry website. There's nothing wrong with their website. Just my advice. I felt bad clicking on it earlier. Like, am I going to hear about this from HR and have to explain it's a dentist website?
Here are your top 10 sodas in the United States based on popularity. Yeah. Number 10 is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Fanta at 9. 8 is Diet Pepsi. Coke Zero at 7. Mountain Dew at 6. Diet Coke is number 5. 4 Sprite. Pepsi 3. 2 is Dr. Pepper. And 1 is Coca-Cola.
Who was drinking all the dew? It was always kind of a gamer thing.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Tennessee.
There's a lot of
Kentucky,
gamers.
West Virginia.
My wife likes it.
Right, but I'm saying outside of those areas. I'm just saying, like, the only people I know generally that drink dew are gamers or kind of younger.
Mm-hmm. My wife is neither and
she
loves
likes
Mountain Dew. Yeah. She tries to wean herself off of it, but she likes it.
And you got to remember that if you're a gamer that's drinking it, you're drinking it in massive quantities too. Like you're going crate after crate.
Where my mom lives, they have one Walmart, and it's also a grocery store.
Yeah.
Now, if you walk around that Walmart, I would say at least 70% of the shopping carts have a 12-pack of either Diet Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew in them, regardless of what else they're buying. They might buy other sodas, but they've always got Mountain Dew in there.
I feel like at the point that you're buying Mountain Dew, do you need diet?
Right.
You know, just like, dude, don't worry about it. Just drink the Mountain Dew.
Probably just calories.
I guess.
Like, I think we just forget. There are so many people out there that just don't drink water.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I follow a guy online that's a soda addict, and he drinks diet, but the amount he drinks is ridiculous.
I kind of lean over on one cheek a little bit, like I'm adjusting myself, and I start letting it out, and it's like, okay, it's just a fart. We're good. And then come to find out the fart was the first one to the party. And I just completely unloaded.
Oh, no.
Very, very juicy, chunky soup.
Was it loud?
And it wasn't loud, but it was running down my leg. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to finish this ride. And then the smell started. And I was like, oh, God. So I looked back at her, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, ma'am. But, you know, I just got done being sick. I wasn't expecting this to happen. And she was very understanding. And I took her, dropped her off, went home and cleaned up. And then I checked my review the next day, and she gave me a 5-star review.
All right. Yeah. There you go.
Told me I was a wonderful driver, but she didn't like my air freshener.
Is that what she said?
That was that.
Okay. Well, you know, at least she had a sense of humor.
Did you complete the ride? I missed that part.
He did.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you got to get to the airport. I
let Danny apologize. Like, hey, man, I'm sorry.
College bars are always going to have worse bathrooms.
Sure.
Right? There's nothing you can do, right? Yeah. People in their 20s, I did it. Other people did it. Like,
of course.
When I explain it, like, you're just an idiot. Right? Now, poop on the walls. Like, you got to go out of your way.
I mean, but I think, no, you're right. Your clientele.
And then vomit. Like, any bar, you serve, like, somebody's going to drink too much and puke. Yeah. But also, sometimes just a mixture of food or booze.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Somebody. I've seen people walk into a bar for a first drink and just be like, that's not sitting right.
Right. And they got to puke. And you're right. Like, a college bar, you know what you're getting into all the time. But I'm telling you, could have, I don't know, the most exclusive club in New York City. It's going to happen four times a year because the truth is, if someone is using a public bathroom for anything other than peeing, they're in bad shape. You know what I mean? And it does not matter where I am. If I got to poop, if I think I can hold it, I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to use your bathroom. If I am using your bathroom to poop, I've really got, and that means I'm like on the brink.
And generally, when you get to that point, that is not a normal bowel movement.
No, it's not.
Right.
Because you've been putting it off, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's coming out in a form you don't want.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
Oh, I hate doing it to my own toilet.
That's what I mean. And even then, but at least I'm home. Boy, I made a mess yesterday. I was like, wow, sorry, toilet.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you have one of those bad nights at your own toilet, you're like, oh, God, this is gross.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Potato salad. Cooled potatoes have something called resistant starch, which acts like fiber and can help keep you regular and your gut healthy. But hot or cold potatoes have lots of nutrients like potassium and magnesium. Look for low-fat, low-calorie mayonnaise to dress the salad. Honestly, I have not met a potato I haven't liked. Miles, I know that you don't like scalloped, but
there's nothing wrong with scalloped potatoes. They're just my least favorite
Of
potato.
the 8,000 ways you can prepare a potato.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that.
Like I said, to me, like potatoes are it's like a pig made of starch.
Oh, yeah.
Right? There's almost no pork product I don't like.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with a potato. Like, dude, just give me a potato.
St. Patty's Day. Corned beef and cabbage and red potatoes.
Attaboy.
Red potatoes are pretty big sized.
Oh, yeah.
But they're like just a baked potato.
Yep.
I knew you have to put sour cream on there. I just ate the potato as it was. I'm like, potatoes just by themselves are actually pretty decent.
Good, man.
Salt and pepper, that's about it.
Dog meat chicken.
Dog meat.
It has more saturated fat than white meat, but it's far richer in minerals like iron, zinc, and selenium, as well as vitamins A, B, and K.
I just found out we need selenium.
Right? It's also high in taurine, which breaks down fat and helps the inflammation and blood pressure. So is that...
You ever seen a fat chicken?
Yeah.
Lots of fat chickens.
You seen a fat chicken?
Yeah, man.
So is that thighs then? Dark meat
I
chicken?
mean, look, I think boneless skinless thighs are just better. If you're going to get cooked chicken at home.
Hunting with two buddies, we were walking down a Gator Road to access our hunting spots. Suddenly, all the beer from the night before hit me. So I got ahead of them, veered off the road to look for a good spot to unleash the demons. I went considerably far off the road, but panicked when I couldn't find a good spot. Well, eventually I found a good log to hang my ass over. I didn't know the road made a couple curves and was right behind me. My brother and his friend walked around the corner, only to see my hairy ass painting the snow brown. Guys, back in the day when I was in the Coast Guard, patrolling with a 2-engine small boat in the local area, one of our crew members was prairie dogging it and couldn't hold it any longer. So he ripped his gear off, went to the back deck, lowered his Mustang survival suit and bottoms, put each cheek on each outboard, and let it go. He was cleaning up, pulling up his pants, zipping up his Mustang, flipping the hood up, and then splat. We were like, no, you did not do that in your hood. He S'd in it. Oh. He had to take a very cold bath and ride back to the base.
And I flushed and I sprayed and I had a lighter and I tried to make it better, but I came out and I went to go tell my friend who was working. And as I went to tell him, the general manager and assistant manager walked over to go use this private bathroom rather than the more publicly available one. And I panicked and immediately walked out. And the general manager walked in, and when she came out, she just had supposedly a really disgusted face on, and he immediately threw me under the bus and said, no, that was him.
Yeah.
6 hours later, my friend went to use the bathroom, and he called me, and he said, what did you do? It's still just permeating this whole area. I gave him some of the chili, too, and he rode with a friend the next day, and he farted the whole time in the car, and it almost made both of them sick.
Look, man, I'm just going to throw it out there. I believe you're a good cook, but as far as not combining things, lentils in your chili is a step too far.
Yes, it is.
Hey, just the term itself, weird chili.
Weird chili. Yeah.
Bad.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
Guys will come over for weird chili.
It's weird chili night.
That sounds awful already.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,497. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are in the men's room. On tap today, once again, we will sit and spin. Today, we go under the covers with a lady friend for the 10 best rock covers by women of all times.
All times.
We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the men's room shout of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drink at the drum.
All right, here we go. An 18-wheeler that crashed into a ditch is still sitting there after 3 days, full of tofu.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a man was found sitting on the side of his flip van after having a brew. Man sets fire to a home while singing Burning Down the House. A man pulls a 2,000-pound carriage with his nipples, wearing a blouse. And an officer is arrested after driving to a crime scene while hammered. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, it has been said that sex is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it is good enough. But sometimes something is said, heard, seen, or all too often smelled that just kills the whole mood. And you never know what that something is going to be. For a woman in England, she wants to have sex with her partner, but his pajamas turn her off so much that she can't get aroused. His pajamas. I'm not kidding. She says he looks like a Charles Dickens character, and it just ruins it for her. Another woman, she lost the urge to merge when the guy she was with had to excuse himself to poop. Now, it's not so much that. He'd been farting for hours, leading up to the moment that she had to encourage him to go do his dirty business. And one woman, she lost her sex drive when a guy called her nipples nip-nops. I do not know why he would do that. She said, man, we're there. And he's like, ooh, the nip-nops. She's like, I'm out. And then there's a woman who ended mid-sex because the guy was focusing on a picture of Linda Ronstadt while they were doing the deed. Linda Ronstadt. Now, look, the thing is, you don't have to be having sex for the mood to be ruined. Sometimes even solo time can be spoiled. Isn't that right, Fresno, California man who crashed into 2 cars while throttling the cucumber? Or the Florida cop who crashed while watching porn on duty in his vehicle. Yes, Mike, that's what he was doing. He resigned. What do you know? But today we're talking about, look, man, whether it's solo time or with another person, hell, maybe you're going to an orgy. Things are looking good, and something happens, or something is seen or said, whatever the case may be, and next thing you know, sexy time's over. It just ain't going to happen, man. The mood has been ruined. And that's what our question is today. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Air Restoration. We want to know who or what killed the mood.
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Don't miss
visiting.
I'm going to guess that you lived in one.
Maybe. Well, it depends. Everybody's got something. And that's one thing. States in general, when it comes to traveling, you can say, well, what's in Indiana? Well, the Indianapolis 500 every year.
All right.
Hundreds of thousands of people go there to watch that one race.
Sure.
I mean, South Dakota, right?
Yeah. Well,
You got the presidents.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. That's it. If that wasn't there,
what about...
Can you think of a reason why someone would go to South Dakota? Honestly.
I mean, I feel like you're just on a crazy road trip and you want to see the Black Hills.
Okay. Well,
where's Sturgis? Wyoming? Or is that South Dakota?
Is that South Dakota?
Well, what I'm saying is
that's
now...
right, because you'll get people to show
Cheyenne
up.
lives in...
South Dakota.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, okay. New Hampshire, all right?
Sturgis is South Dakota. It's got to be.
I think. All right. So, New Hampshire.
No reason to go.
I mean, it's beautiful in the fall. People do go there to see the leaves.
But
believe it or not, there's something there. They go to Maine to see the beach and the lighthouse.
But they all look like New Hampshire when you get there. You could go to Rhode Island and see the exact same thing. I'm saying there's really, like, you could go to Rhode Island and you just say, hey, I went to the smallest state. Mm-hmm. You know, there's something. Right?
There's cruise ships that go to Alaska.
New Hampshire, no.
Right.
But I mean, there's literally no reason to go to New Hampshire. And I'm not even like crapping on the place, but like, what would be your reason to go to New Hampshire?
We used to go as a kid all the time. Because we had some relatives that lived by a lake.
If they did not live there, seriously, if you're not going to college there, they have good colleges or a good college at least, and if you don't have family,
I mean, look, the honest truth is, right? I have family in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
they've never been like doing a road trip over to New Hampshire.
No. But a lot of people like Delaware. You go Delaware.
There's a beach.
There is a beach, and it goes the entire length of the state. So people go to those beaches.
And they have outlet stores. It sounds
stupid.
Do,
and they're tax-free
outlet
no
stores, no sales tax, close to a beach town, right? And you go like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. So they have a racetrack, NASCAR races there. They do.
That's right.
100,000 people go to that. So there are states that have stuff going on. New Hampshire, by the way, has 12.8 million visitors a year.
And what do they do?
I don't know.
I mean,
how many of them have relatives in New Hampshire? I'm saying 12.6 of them.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
I'm sure it is.
I want to go to Maine, but not for any other reason that people are like, you live in the Northwest, you'd probably like Maine.
You would be surprised how many people do not go to Rhode Island, they drive through it. They don't stop and visit. They drive through it on their way to Boston. They drive through it on their way to New York.
Sure.
On their way to Connecticut. They drive through it. But they don't hang out in Rhode Island.
Because why would you?
That's what I'm saying. So these are the 12. It's beautiful. You know, it really is.
Kind of like New Hampshire is.
What's the state capital of Rhode Island?
Providence.
Okay. Just checking.
How about New Hampshire?
New
Mount
Hampshire?
Pillier.
It's not. Is it? No,
Nope.
It's Pierre.
No,
that's South Dakota.
Right.
New Hampshire is.
I think I just asked this last week.
Is
or
it
2
another
weeks
English
ago.
town?
Is it Concord?
It is. I'm pretty sure it is Concord. Yes.
Well, you have Montpelier and Concord. So between that, I think it's Concord. Vermont?
No.
New Hampshire. I don't know.
Isn't it Montpelier, Vermont?
Probably.
And then Concord, New Hampshire.
Yes.
That's what I mean. We don't even care.
Yeah.
I only stayed in Rhode Island for a night because my plane left me there.
Right. There's a reason to
We
go to
didn't
Rhode
get to
Island.
Boston. They're like, you got to spend. And then the only other time I've spent any time in Rhode Island is visiting family on the Cape. And it's close enough to drive to Providence for dinner and drive back to the Cape.
Uh-huh.
So they're saying these are the roads less traveled. All right. On your guess is as good as mine. The other category just released.
In their defense, though, if it wasn't for college football, I probably never would have gone to Tennessee.
Why? Nashville.
I'd say, but at least they can say Nashville.
All right, there's Nashville.
Right?
There's what is it? Bonnaroo? Huge festival, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I know the weather. I would never go to that festival.
There's the Grand Ole Opry.
That's what I'm saying.
There's Memphis. There's professional basketball in Memphis. There's pro football in Nashville.
Don't go to Memphis.
There's
but you're
hockey
right.
in Nashville. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's stuff.
There is.
I mean, it might not be everyone's cup of tea. If you've been to Nashville, you're either going to like it or not.
Would you go to Nevada if there were no Vegas?
You
might drive through it on the way somewhere
More
else.
than likely, no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, Nashville is kind of what Vegas is to Nevada. Without us, nobody's coming.
And Phoenix is much more closer to Las Vegas or Los Angeles than Reno, its next biggest city.
But there's nothing to do in Phoenix. That's why people go to Scottsdale.
Well, there's nothing to do in between Las Vegas all the way up to Reno. I'm saying the entire state is just barren wasteland. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And that's a long-ass drive. Your second category is
Wasteland. What a beautiful description of the place.
We have the sodas that Americans prefer the most, 1 through 10. As far as
all
right. If you're still into drinking that crap, we have the top 10 flavors for you. I'm having a delicious Diet Coke.
You're drinking a soda right now.
I drink it like probably 3 or 4 a week. But it's always at work because I never have any at home.
Yeah.
But man, I enjoy an ice cold Diet Coke.
Tell you what, I had an orange soda this weekend.
How good was that?
It was so goddamn
It's
good.
life-changing,
When's the
man.
last time you had one? See, to me, it's a treat. It's like chocolate milk. Every once in a while, I'll be like, you know what?
Get a chocolate milk.
I'm going to have some chocolate milk, damn it.
I had like 4 last week.
I do the same thing with orange juice. I don't know why.
Really?
Yes.
I drink orange juice pretty much every morning.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I look so good.
I can't have it in my house, man. I'll drink the whole carton. There's certain things.
that 20-ounce orange soda did not last long.
No, that's the thing. Once you crack it, it's like, I'm taking this whole thing down.
Yeah.
Period. Right? It's that good. And you become like a little child.
Yeah.
So save some for later. It's not going to happen.
Well, you take a little sip and you're like, oh, I'll get to it later. And before you know it, you're like, oh, goddamn, this is good.
What's the soda now that's like all natural?
What?
They're touting a new soda now. It's 100, like, they put
Is it that poppy stuff?
They put real spices in it and all that crap.
Are you talking about like the Olipop?
Is that what it is?
Because it's got, right, it's only like 45 calories or something. Because I think most sodas are like, what, 170?
But I think everything on the label, you know what it is.
That doesn't mean I want to drink it.
Well, that tells
and
me
when it comes to soda,
it's not going to taste very good.
I want 80% of the ingredient really difficult for me to pronounce. Like, I know it's going to kill me, but it also
terrible.
tastes good.
It's absolutely terrible.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your guess is
Natural
as good as
ingredients.
mine. Coming up at 4:30 on the program. And today we're going to be talking about, hey, whether it's good or bad, what was your most unique experience while using the bathroom? Now, this doesn't mean that you are in the bathroom. Sometimes you don't make it to the bathroom. Sometimes you need to use the bathroom, and you're going to have to use it without a bathroom. And we start with this one. Luke Fernandez. Do you know who Luke Fernandez is, Ted? He is an MMA fighter. And they say he is used to facing formidable opponents in the cage when he fights. However, he recently met his most unexpected challenge yet in the bathroom stall of a local Walmart. In a TikTok moment, the fighter detailed an awkward moment that shifted from a life-saving mission to a lesson in minding one's own business. And as he said, it served as a reminder that some battles are better not fought. While at the urinal, Luke was startled by the sound of a grown man screaming his head off from inside a nearby stall. Given the intensity of the noise, Luke's instincts kicked in, and he immediately asked, "Hey, man, you all right in there, bud?" The stranger's initial confusion, asking, who is that? And where are you? Only heightened Luke's concern. Made him wonder if the man was having a medical emergency or a spiritual crisis. He said the dude must have been fighting for his life with all the screams. I think he thinks he's talking to God. Then the man in the stall finally delivered the crushing reality of the situation. Yeah, man, I'm all right. Had a dozen wings last night. Way too spicy. My ass is on fire. Luke admitted he didn't even know what to say, so he chose just to simply back out of the bathroom. Noting that some situations required you to just white-knuckle the toilet and push through in silence and get the hell out of there.
I let the guys like, what are you talking about? Like, you're screaming in the stall, man.
Yeah, I think it's fair to be like, hey, what's going on?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Saying "Are you okay" is fair.
I think that is.
Yeah, but you have heard some people make some noise in there where you were kind of wondering if they need to be checked on. Yeah. For sure.
The one I remember most, this was Mondawmin Mall back in Baltimore, and probably 15 stalls, none of them had doors, which kind of sucked. And the way you walked in, when you walked in, you were eye to eye with all these guys taking a dump. So I got lucky and found a stall toward the end. So you had to walk down, which 3 different people did, to discover that it was occupied. But, at that time, everyone played the quiet game. You didn't, you're sitting on the toilet, and granted, everybody's in there, but you're just trying not to make that sound.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Jones, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,497.
Something so innocent.
What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Once again, we're going to sit and spin at 4:30. Today, we've got the 10 best rock covers by women of all times.
Now, are these women in the rock genre, or is it like, I don't know,
all over the place?
Aretha Franklin, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about everything. Now, you got to remember, we brought up Janis Joplin and how she was voted the
ugliest man on campus.
Yeah.
Sure is not the ugliest man on campus, wherever she went to school in 1968.
Right. She went to Berkeley, right?
Well,
I believe so.
What? I think you're right. Yeah.
She one of her biggest hits was "Me and Bobby McGee" back in the day. That was one of her hits on the Greatest Hits album, and that was originally done by Chris Christopherson. So she took that song, and he didn't make it much of a hit, but she took it to another level, kind of like the way that Hendrix did with "All Along the Watchtower."
But at least but back then, it was like you put out a song, right? Maybe it's a hit, maybe it's not. That part didn't matter. But like the Miles Montgomery Band put out a song, I don't know, Look Who's Talking Now. 3 months later, the Steve Hill Band does a cover of it, puts it out, and scores a #1 hit. Because I want to say Aretha Franklin did that with what? Was it Respect?
Yeah, that was pretty commonplace back in the day.
Yeah, if you like the song another band did, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
That's exactly what they did. Like Kenny Rogers had a song called Lady.
Wasn't that
and Lionel
Richie?
Lionel Richie said, I like that song. I would do it too.
And dude,
they just do it.
But no time had passed.
At least was big.
But when you do covers now, I feel like people, out of respect, let about a decade go by. Right? They're like, yeah, we're going to cover the song. You kind of bring it back. They were like, dude, your song is still in the top 40. I'm going to cover it anyway.
Well, they used to do it in the late 90s and early 2000s when R&B was massive.
Sure.
Different genres. But some of those songs were either R&B songs and then made it a country songs, or they were country songs that 4 dudes would just sing as an R&B. And I had no idea.
Yeah, right. We
now
probably
you can't do it because country's so prevalent.
Yeah. We probably have 100 songs we play on this radio station that are covers.
Easily.
Everything from Alien Ant Farm, which I thought I would never say those 3 words ever again after that band came out.
They have another song from them.
They're done, right?
Movies.
They have a song called Movies?
Yeah, it's At the Movie. It was really good.
Well, okay. Can we find At the Movies or movies from? And I'm not making fun. I've never heard another song from them.
I thought it was a good follow-up.
It might be.
Yeah. Sounds of Silence from Disturbed. We play a.
And he was so proud of himself. We did an interview with him. It was one of the Pains in the Grasses, and he was a decent guy, but they were coming off a high, right? And he's like, man, right now, and just a big grin. You could tell he was super proud. Like, we have the #1 rock song in the country. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, but it's not your song. I'm not being mean, man, but I'm like, that's Simon and Garfunkel, bro. Like, they wrote it, and it was a hit for them. So it's not even like you redid it and made it. Like, it's a cover, man. Like, be proud when one of your songs does that well. But I'm like, you took a hit song, didn't F it up, and people still like it. Congratulations.
Metallica turned the page. Bob Seger song.
But it's funny. We won't play Bob Seger, but we'll play Metallica. But the song's not that much.
Whiskey in the Jar.
Whiskey in the Jar.
Gyro.
Yeah. There's a lot of. Hey man, Van Halen basically lived off of covers their entire career. Toward the end there, when the Sammy years came around,
that was different.
They stopped. They stopped covering a lot of stuff. But early on, they were just doing party rock songs.
Yeah, but their first 3 or 4 albums, you bought a Van Halen album, but honestly, 50% of it was other people's music.
Yeah, but these are women covering the best rock songs.
Lady Folk
with a Sit and Spin. And today we're going to talk about who or what killed the mood. Now, there's a lot of things that can kill the mood. Police can kill the mood very, very quickly.
So I play a different band.
Your friends can kill the mood at a party very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah. They want to.
Relationship-wise, you can kill a mood very quickly. Whether it's sexual or not, there are easy ways to get in the doghouse and kill the mood on something.
Sure.
And I've been guilty of it at least 150 times in my life. I mean, it just some of the things that I have done and said just have been like, oh, no. I mean, you could hear a record scratch when I called my girlfriend at the time, my ex-wife's name. I mean, immediately, everybody was just like, oh, my God.
We felt bad for you because it's like you are not going to get ass for a long
forever.
time.
And my girlfriend just drove out here.
That's the thing. She
drove across the country with 2 dogs and her cousin to get out here, to be with me.
And her vagina became the Sahara Desert.
And the owner of the bar that we were at wanted to introduce himself to her. And I said, hey, this is Beth. And I went, oh, God, that's my ex-wife's name.
Yep.
And then and then she grabbed Ted, and they went to the bar and did Yukon Jack shots or something. I can't even remember. Southern Comfort or something awful.
I didn't even realize you had screwed up.
Yeah. You were just like, cool,
she was like, you went to a shot, and your ex did not. She just didn't drink like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm game.
Sure. Next thing you know, she's shooting pool. She's doing all these things.
I was having a blast.
That she normally does not do.
She was a lot of fun that night.
Yeah.
She was so mad at you.
She was so mad at me. And second shot, she was like, you didn't hear that? I'm like, hear what?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, now we're, in a bedroom with 2 dogs sleeping in a mattress on the floor. And I mean, you want to talk about someone who's just pissed off at me for weeks. I could not shake that. And I basically just killed the mood of our entire relationship.
Yeah.
For about a month, easily. I mean, It took a long time for her
If it makes you feel any better,
to come around on that.
I found it hilarious.
I know you did.
I mean, as soon as you said it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you might as well have just broken up with her or something. I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I just thought she's going to drive back
I was
home.
hoping she didn't catch it. Like you said it.
Oh, I know.
And it immediately, like, my antenna went up. And I'm like, well, maybe she didn't. And I'm looking at her face. I'm like, oh, no, she heard that.
Yes, she did.
She
Which
definitely
I gotta
heard
say is odd because it has happened to me before.
that. Is that the wrong name?
No, a girl called me her ex's name, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Was it in the middle of it?
No,
It wasn't.
I think during sex would be different. But
You think?
it was just like you were, right? Like we'd only been dating a couple months or whatever, and she just said it nonchalantly, and I was like, that's not my name.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I am so sorry. Like I dated the other guy for years. I was like, yeah, no worries.
Let's go. Look, I'd be okay with it if you said it during sex. That'd probably be the best time. Like, oh, Frank.
Well,
like,
so-
you know what?
look.
I'm not even going to correct her until we're done to say, hey, baby, that was great. By the way, name is Steve, not Frank. Oh, my God. Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you what, I was young, probably 23, 24 years old, and I was going out with a girl who played volleyball. So there was a couple things that not necessarily killed the mood. But first of all, those girls worked out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I was on my back, she was on top, and I'm looking at her, and I see a vein in her biceps. All right? Now, she was ripped.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I mean, she was ripped. She was a gym rat.
Yeah.
You know, she played volleyball. And they practiced every day. They went to the gym every day. They worked out every day.
Great shorts.
She was so tight. Her body was so hard. It was like a rock.
Yeah.
But when I'm laying there, I can't stop looking at these biceps because I know for a fact they're. And I was working out. You know, I was playing football. They were bigger than mine.
Sure.
And I just, you know, there was something very distracting about her biceps because I mean she had rounded shoulders. Like I would love to have been built like she was.
I know.
And it wasn't. That wasn't the thing that got me. The thing that got me was at one point in time she called me daddy. Now keep in mind I'm 22 years old, 21 years old.
All right.
For me, I don't know. It was just the way she said it. I don't know what it was.
How did she say it? I mean, like,
Oh man, well I can't say
it's not
exactly
like she
what
said father. You know
No.
what I mean? It's like, look, daddy, that's
I
going to
think
come
she
up
said
in the
like,
bedroom.
oh daddy, and I was like, oh God, oh God.
Well, when you say it, it sounds
Well, she
awful.
also called me dada and all this stuff, and I'm just like,
Well,
God.
I think saying
Hey, Pops.
I think in the throes of it is
You're
fine.
like, whatever, man.
But dada.
But dude, you had sex
Right,
with a
Dada.
woman who had a tail.
Well, yeah. Have you ever?
What do you mean? Look, yeah,
Have you ever?
fucked through that.
Have you ever had a woman drop the N-bomb on you during sex?
Not a white woman, no.
Guy outside the window.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. If you're with, and if you're a white dude and you get down with a black chick, if she's gonna drop the N-bomb on you. I'm telling you right now, and that means you're doing it right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh baby. I mean, it's straight. Oh yeah.
So it's like a guy down 7-Eleven.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
And you know you're killing it.
Yes.
You know, that's all you need. One N-bomb, you're like, I am crushing this.
Right.
Two N-bombs, I'm the man.
This story comes from Tammy, quote unquote, not real name. 43-year-old working in the media who met her new boyfriend, Charles, a few months ago. Enticed, she said, by his good looks, charm, and intelligence, she quickly fell for the 65-year-old. But there's one problem. I guess it's his revolting nightshirt. He refused to part ways with his pajama shirt, and it's a major turnoff for, quote unquote, Tammy. And it's causing her to question the relationship. I have a healthy sex drive, and in my last relationship, my partner and I usually had sex twice a day, she said. Both worked from home, and we were always heading back to the bedroom. However, with Charles, although I stay over there 3 or 4 nights a week, we have not yet had sex. She can see the potential in Charles, but his lack of sex has left her feeling unhappy in the relationship. Makes me understand why people have affairs. But it is the pajama top that kind of freaks her out the most. He comes to bed dressed like Wee Willie Winky. He actually wears a nightshirt.
Who's Wee Willie Winky?
I don't know. She's from England, bro. So I
didn't know they existed outside of the Dickens film that's on at Christmas. But somehow he's found one of these, perhaps by robbing the grave of someone buried in the Edwardian era.
Is there a real character named Wee Willie?
He's a little cartoon.
Oh. The one thing
he's got like the night. He's got like the night dress and the stocking cap on.
The one thing worse than seeing him walk into the bathroom wearing it, or the bedroom, is seeing him sit about in it all morning. It revolts me. I can barely look at him until about 11 a.m. when he changes. When he's in a nice shirt and a nice suit, I find him very attractive. He's a handsome man. He's over 6 feet with sort of a bone structure, most usually seen in like a model. So I guess the guy looks pretty good for his age.
Until he puts on his nightshirt.
Exactly, yeah.
Who actually owns a nightshirt? Like, people sleep in things. To me, children wear pajamas. Adults do not. You might sleep in shorts. I can't imagine that even wearing pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly can't imagine wearing pajamas if I'm trying to turn a woman on. Like,
right.
Hold on, let me change into my night gear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're comfortable.
I'm sure they are.
But I'm with you.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure onesies are comfortable. There's just certain things I can't imagine an adult wearing.
Yeah.
Especially, this is, from what she's saying, a fairly new relationship, right? You would think you're trying to get laid. So even if I own pajamas, I would tell myself the last thing I'm going to do is put on these pajamas in front of this woman.
Right.
I have certain mesh shorts that I use basically just for sleeping.
Sure.
Like, I'm not going to wear them out. I'm not going to wear them to, work out or anything.
No pajamas?
Right. But those are kind of my pajamas. You know what I mean? So, I guess I have pajamas.
You have shorts that you wear when you sleep.
But
pajamas
if I get
serve
up,
one purpose.
Right, but sometimes on the weekend you'll get up, go get a coffee, maybe run, you got to run an errand or whatever. You're right. I'll still take off the nighttime mesh shorts and put on a different pair of shorts.
That's all.
Sure.
That's all we're saying, man. There's certain things you just. And like I said, as an adult, especially this guy, you're entertaining this woman. So obviously you understand that you're in a relationship now. Like, bro, stop wearing the nightshirt.
Now, I was, I was younger now.
Probably he's not wearing pants with it, which makes it worse. So you're pooing it with a nightshirt.
Okay. So I was
he just pulls it up.
I know, but, I mean, can you be less sexy? The Winnie the Pooh look, right? And we even said, Smokey Bear knows what he's doing, right? I got a pair of pants on. I'm shirtless guy. Donald Duck and Winnie the Pooh, no one looks good like that.
No. About 20 years old. I'm living with my buddy Chad, and there's this girl in my classroom, man, and she is a smoke show. She is long brunette hair, absolutely beautiful, piercing eyes. She's young. She's really, really good looking. So I finally get the bees up to ask her out.
All right.
We go out on a couple dates, 2 or 3 dates. Nothing serious, maybe kissed at the end of the night 1 or 2 times, but I'm making inroads, all right? Then we go away on the Christmas break. And I will never forget this. We get back. I stayed there because I lived there. She called me up and she's like, hey, what are you doing? You want to do anything? I'm like, well, sure, let's go out. It's in the middle of the day. We're not going to school. So she calls me up. She goes, I do have a surprise for you. And I was like, all right. Cool.
I have a penis.
So I walk into our normal place where we'd been a couple times. Back then it was called Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck.
Yep.
BW3. That was the original name of the place, right? And they sold Weck sandwiches.
Right.
Weck is a certain type of bun with meat on it. Yeah, this is where we would go. So I walk in this place and I'm looking around and I don't see her anywhere. And I'm like, well, where in the hell is she? So I just go to the bar by myself and sit down for a minute. And then this dude sits beside me, and I'm like, and she's like, she taps me on the shoulder. She's like, hey, and I was like, hey, you shaved your head. And she's like,
what?
Well, her best friend, all right, growing up, has kids.
Wait, you thought it was a dude?
I did not know. It was a bald-headed dude. I mean, clean shaven, right?
Your initial description is she has beautiful, long
brunette hair, dark. She's Italian, man. Okay, but the thing is that she had bushy eyebrows, like Ben the Psycho Muppet, bushy eyebrows, like big, thick, black eyebrows. All right, so she kind of looked like, I don't know if you remember this little game you played as a kid, but it was like shards of metal, and you had like a little magnet.
Oh yeah,
and you could draw it over this guy and make hair, beard, mustache. She looked like him before
Willie?
Yes, before any of the shit, because he had really bushy eyebrows, right? Yeah. She looked exactly like him. And, all right, so she did it when she went back home because her friend was in the hospital.
Sure.
And we're 20 years old. This is not normal. That's not normal for a 20-year-old to be going through that.
Right.
So, in an act of solidarity, she went and saw her at the hospital, and she wasn't feeling good about herself. So when she came back to see her the next time, she had shaved her head just to be like, hey, man,
listen,
I got your back.
It's a beautiful purpose. You just might want to give a heads up.
All right. So after I get over the shock of this, okay, the date, it's going fine.
Did you make any sound? I mean, what do you think your facial expression was? When she says, hey, and you realize there's no way you...
I had never seen a bald woman before. I mean, I know I had. Like in 20 years of my life, I had never seen a woman that did not have hair.
Sure.
And just, I'd never seen it before. And I'm just looking at her head. And you can't stop looking at it. Like, it's just, like... I rubbed my hand on it, touching it, and just like...
Was it smooth?
Yes.
Any fuzz?
Yes, like she had reshaved it. That was the thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like she shaved it for her friend, and when she came back,
But now she's in it. This is what she's doing.
She's going to do this for a while. She's kind of a alternative, type of
sure.
personality anyway. But, I mean, oh, God. I mean... I remember we started kissing, and I opened my eyes. And I just stopped, and I was just like, I got to go home. I'm drunk. And so I think that's what I told her. I think I told her I was drunk. Because I did, after I saw this, man, I'm just throwing a few down pretty quick. And I'm like, I got to go home, man.
Beer goggles didn't help?
Just
all eyebrows and flesh.
I was just like, it was so weird because I put my hand on her head when I was kissing her. I'm just like, beautiful, long, black hair. Soft. A little bit of a wave to it, Just absolutely stunning. Now I'm just looking at this chick with eyebrows.
I should have given her a lollipop and been like, get in bed.
Yeah. But then,
Go Jack. Exactly.
We didn't really go out. We didn't go out after that, but I saw her like a year later. At this point, she was kind of sporting more of the Pat Benatar haircut.
Yeah.
So she let it come back in a little bit, but it was still short. I mean, she's beautiful.
You never saw her again after that?
No.
Did she try calling you, or do you think she figured it out like,
no,
he can't be with the bald one?
I didn't call her. She didn't call me.
Oh, no.
Surprise.
Her eyebrows were so bushy. Like they almost ledged out. And she's freaking bald. Like, what did you do?
Surprise. What if that's right? She said she has a surprise for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not a surprise for me.
No, exactly.
I never even asked her.
You just have a surprise.
I never even asked her again about her friend. Nothing. You think at the very least, because she was feeling pretty low.
Yeah.
And I called up and like, how's your buddy doing? Is she okay? Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK. She would talk herself through getting over the fear of doing it.
You can do it.
Number two, your body's not used to it. So you have to sort of get your body used to those muscles to push everything out the right way. I wait till I'm ready to go, and then I just go. I think that takes care of all the wishy-washy stuff. You have to commit. You have to just get in there, go, and get it done. They say toilets in space use airflow instead of water or gravity, and learning to use them takes time and practice. And they say poor hygiene or difficulty cleaning can also increase the risk of infections and skin problems while in space. So our question, what has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, William. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
First time actually getting on. So my unique experience with going to the restroom. Back in the mid-aughts, I was in the Army, and I was stationed overseas in Korea up near the border. And we were out in a training area, and I was providing medical support as a combat medic while our unit was out doing field training. And we were out on the course about halfway on the side of a mountain, and we were out there all day, making sure everyone was hydrated, making sure they got moleskin for their feet, blisters taken care of, change of socks, whatever they needed, on their long march around the mountain. Halfway through the day, business calls. I'm looking around. There are no porta potties, obviously, in the middle of the forest. So I walk down the road that everyone's been marching up, find a little bit of privacy, go into the wood line, go down the hill maybe about 30 yards, dig a cat hole with my e-tool, adjust it so that it's a seat, and do my business, bury it, clean myself up, come back up. As I'm walking out of the tree line, the other two medics are there with a lieutenant who'd come up with his unit walking down the road. And they're all looking at me like I'm absolutely insane. And they're looking at the map and saying, where did you just come from? I was like, about 30, 40 yards that way. And they're like, oh, everything off the side of the road on this side is a minefield from the Korean War.
Oh, wow.
You walked into a minefield to poop.
I literally walked into a minefield, dug a hole, did my business, filled it back in, and then walked out of the minefield. No clue that I'd done it.
I'm assuming, had you known, you would have picked a different location.
Absolutely. Or I just would have held it.
Did it freak you out after they told you that? Like, did you think they were joking when they first told you?
No, they were freaked out enough that I knew that they weren't lying. And it not so much freaked me out. Like, I definitely got that stomach drop feeling from the roller coaster.
I got to poop again.
But I was like, well, I'm here and everything's okay, but wow, please don't let me do that again.
Okay, here's my question. Now, you were in the military, okay? And let's say you went out there to poop. I don't know. You successfully pooped, but as you're walking back to join the rest of your group, you blow up. You step on a mine, you blow up.
Yes.
Now, you are my child, and the military must contact me to let me know that you're no longer with us. What is the spin they put on this? Because I'm saying
stepped on a mine.
There's no way they say...
You didn't squat on it.
Okay, but still, if I have a follow-up question and say, well, why was my son William in a minefield? Would they just come up with something? Would they just say you wandered off on your own? There's no way they're telling us that you were trying to poop, right?
No. I think the official line probably would have been something like, unfortunately, William passed away from his injuries sustained during a training exercise.
But if it makes you feel any better, he died doing what he loves.
You could get the brown heart.
Yeah, the brown heart. That's how you know. We don't say anything.
Huh.
But they got the brown. Wow, man. I don't know a lot of people that have pooped in a minefield.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
Well, that's the thing. Most of us, besides him, you wouldn't know.
You would not know until it's too late. Damn. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How you gentlemen doing? I just wanted to say, long-time listener, first-time caller. I am 25 years old. I've been listening since I was 4, gentlemen.
Wow.
Jesus.
Damn. All right.
Okay. We appreciate that.
Let me guess. Did you start listening with your father?
Or your mom?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the father. I just met a guy yesterday. He was outside of the local watering hole, and he goes, hey, man, big fan of the show. I'm like, thank you, bro. Real nice guy. And he's like, I've been listening. I can't remember how many years it was, but I believe he started listening when he's like 6 or 7. And I'm like, with your dad? He goes, oh, yeah. I mean, just like moms just aren't down when their kids are little. All right.
Yeah, no, definitely part of my childhood, man. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you, man.
Anyway, at the end of 8th grade, my school had this program where they send the kids to D.C.
Yeah.
All right.
We had a layover in Chicago, and I wore pants. It was my first time on a plane. Pretty stupid decision. So I grabbed a pair of sweats that I had on me and went to the bathroom. I noticed as I went in that a bathroom attendant had put an out-of-service sign on one of the stalls. And as there wasn't many stalls open, a lot of people using the bathroom, I took the one right next to it. Didn't think much of it. I'm doing my thing, getting changed, and I noticed somebody walked into the stall. So I figured maybe it was just the bathroom attendant working on something. And then I hear a guy start to do his business. Didn't think much of it. So I'm about to head out. You boys seen the Goonies? Yeah, when they're messing with the pipes down in the sewers and the guy's taking care of it and he gets launched onto the ceiling?
Yeah.
Not quite to that extent, but I heard sounds that you usually don't hear from a toilet when he finished, and then there was not quite an explosion. I could tell the water reached at least a foot in the air.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
So the guy is jagging. I am jagging. There's brown water leaking into my stall. I got out of Dodge as fast as I could, but I felt so bad for the man that was in the stall.
Yeah, because you know what, man?
But wait, you said that they had put up a sign or the tape that says, like, out of service or out of order, whatever?
They did.
Okay, well, like, dude, what did you... Nothing positive is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but it ain't going to be good if it says don't use this, and then you use it.
Oh, not only that, but when you're traveling, you know, it's a very rare time in your life where everything that you have on you is in that bathroom.
Yeah.
Your luggage, your backpack, whatever you're taking on that trip, you take it into the bathroom stall with you. You hang your coat up, you do all that crap before you have to go to the bathroom. And I mean... So it's not just him. It's everything he has with him.
Suitcase.
It's all getting soaked in that crap.
I felt terrible. Thank God I was done with what I was doing, but I got out. I got out as fast as
No, you made the right decision.
Well, how was the rest of D.C.? Did you have a good trip?
It was great. Went down to Virginia. I saw George Washington's house, all that good stuff.
All right. Okay.
You know, I never actually went to Mount Vernon.
No, I haven't either.
See, but in the end, I feel like I would just see his house and be like, okay, that's where he lived.
Yeah.
You know, like, I wouldn't go out of my way to do it. Like, I've seen where, like, Babe Ruth was born, and I didn't go there on purpose. It just happens to be on the way to 10 other things I might be doing in Baltimore. Right? And they go, oh, that's the house he was born. I'm like, cool. Even then, I didn't stop. I'm just like, all right.
This is where the slaves lived. This is where he made alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, all right.
Well, good for you.
Just kept going.
Yeah. I've been to Babe Ruth's house.
Did you actually go in?
Yeah. There's like a little tour and stuff.
A little museum.
A little museum.
I was there for, I know. I never went in.
I don't, but now that you say that, like, I've been to Arlington a bunch of times, like the cemetery.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I ever drove over to Mount Vernon.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like,
people love Monticello, Jefferson's house.
What is it about? I've heard that. What is it about his joint, man?
I think maybe he was a little more design friendly, or like design. Look, I don't know. I just know.
I love you're born and raised there. I've lived right up the road, and we're both like.
The mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Our question, who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, so this was back in my online dating days. I started talking with a gal out in Yakima. I lived in Sultan. So we talked to her. After a couple of days of talking, she made it clear that she hadn't had sex in 2 years. And I, of course, offered my services.
That's nice of you, man. That is very nice of you.
Yeah, so I went out there and, we had dinner, drinks. It was a good time, good conversation. She was attractive. Everything was pretty good. So we went back to her house. And went to the room and smoked some weed.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you broke up. Go again.
Okay, yes. We got to her house, went into her room, and started smoking some weed and getting a little frisky. And then she kind of crawls over her bed and turns on this monitor. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? So I go, what's that? She says, oh, this is just so I can keep an eye on my daughter. I was like, huh? So I kind of leaned over the bed, trying to see what it is, and there's her daughter, all right. She either had cerebral palsy or quadriplegic, but she looked like somebody that would have one of those conditions.
All right.
And I just couldn't get that image out of my head. I was like, well, I was not expecting that.
Yeah. So did you do the deed, or did you just get up and leave?
I didn't drive 3 hours for nothing, so I gave it the old college try. But yeah, I was able to get an erection, but I wasn't able to get to the promised land. But I tried. Believe you me, I tried.
Because of the image you saw of her baby.
Yeah, and I just couldn't get that image out of my head. She left the monitor on, so during the whole time it was on, and I just couldn't. It was distracting. I could not look at it. I just couldn't do it.
Well, who was taking care of the kid when you were at dinner?
Her mom.
Oh, okay, all right.
So, I got to meet the mom just before I get to plow her daughter. So, anyways.
Because you're staring at the baby monitor, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, man. It just threw me a loop. She didn't mention nothing about it prior to any of this.
Now you know why.
Well, yeah.
I mean, take your eyes off the monitor, man.
I couldn't. It was like right there. It was bright. It was a dark room, and it was just. I couldn't get past it.
Wow. Okay. Baby monitor. I knew somebody. This is honest country.
I mean, I'm with you. Couldn't you just turn it around so in case the baby was screaming, she could still hear it?
Right, look, we don't need to look at your kid, right, just turn the monitor around, please.
A lot of fabricated developments on the East Coast, and you would have a row of say 7-8 townhomes.
Yeah,
and these Columbia.
Yeah,
that was the area. So knew this couple. And they had a baby. They had a baby monitor and all that crap, near the crib.
Sure.
The baby, I think, was downstairs or something. But either way, the guy I know is on the cordless phone in his garage, and he's talking to the next door neighbor because they were sneaking off, walking the dogs together, and then going into the woods and making out or whatever they were doing. All right?
Yeah.
Somehow the baby monitor picks up this signal, and his wife hears the entire conversation that they're having about what I'm going to do to you and all this stuff. And over the baby monitor. Now, keep in mind, it's a baby. The kid is like 4 months, 5 months old.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a new family. They're just getting started. And she's sitting here listening to her husband talk about railing the neighbor,
in the woods.
Yeah. And she could only hear, she could only hear, I guess, his part of the conversation. I don't know how that's even possible.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either. But that was the end, man. They moved out.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah, that was quick.
Damn.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Sort of like that. My buddy Will, who lives in like not a townhouse, but it's a nice development, right? But, the houses are all relatively close. He's got a yard, but so he has a neighbor to the left of him that he'd never really seen this guy other than they live in one of those little cul-de-sacs, like hanging out or whatever.
Sure.
So he's like, yeah, I know the guy. Like we've hung out, like our kids have played or whatever. So one night, this neighbor, I'd never met him. His name is Steve. And his neighbor Steve shows up, pissed drunk, and is just like, my wife's cheating on me. Breaks it all down. Then the other guy moves in, but I don't know if this neighbor didn't have any friends, but kind of like you're saying, like basically he just kept coming over to Will's house every day. And finally Will's like, dude, like I barely know you.
Right.
Yeah. There's something and he's like, why are you living there if she moved another guy in too?
I was
he stayed.
Why is he
the wife moved in another guy, and the Steve guy was just like, all right, I'll just stay in the basement for a while, but then thought he could go over to Will. And Will's got 4 kids.
That's a flex. Like, not only am I cheating on you, but I'm moving them into the house.
Correct.
Jesus, man.
Suburbs are wild.
Who are, yes, they are.
Seriously.
Yeah. Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Wow. I'm not working the city, but I wish you would. Move their ass in here. Let's see what happens, right?
Because the city generally is going to have more single people.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Less
Somewhere
kids.
to go.
Yeah. So you think there's more kind of crazy stuff, but more the older I get, my friends that all live in the suburbs, I'm like, there is some weird ass going on out here.
We think about everything has this innocence. The suburbs have this innocence. Complete BS. Retirement homes, right? Oh, it's this innocent place. And then the fastest spread of any kind of STD, retirement homes.
Yeah.
They might be old.
Or communities.
They might smell like pee. It doesn't matter. They are getting down, man. Spreading disease, and not one of them cares. I'm like, I look forward to those days.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
You're there, right? 55?
Yeah, technically I could move in.
I can too. Oh, I saw, look, man, I drove by a place in Tacoma. And it was like they had the balloons up and all that stuff. And I guess they were having some kind of an
open house, maybe.
Open house deal or whatever the thing was. And it's like, 55 or up, indoor pool, outdoor pool, pickleball courts, blah, 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 blah. They had like a little coffee place downstairs, kind of like a hotel would have. Like they didn't serve lunch or dinner.
Right.
But you could go down there and get like a Danish or a muffin and, a cup of coffee or every morning. And I was just like, I could move in there.
For less than you're paying now.
I don't know about that, but who knows?
Hello, Casey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're back in high school and hanging out. We had a group of friends. We'd all hang out together. There was this girl that would kind of periodically hang out with us, and she's real heavy set on the upper area, and she's kind of a little bit of easy going, would flash everybody from time to time. And
Sweet.
We don't have a good time together, but one night I ended up hooking up with her. And after that, when we'd go to parties, it just kind of was almost unspoken that she was going to flirt, but at the end of it, we were probably going to end up hooking up.
Sure.
So anyway, we go out one night and we're drinking, and she had this, she was kind of known for, she had this van that she would drive around everywhere, and the back seats were always out of it. Well, I don't remember where it started, if we were at a party or whatnot, but it ended up being about 4 of us in the van. We ended up driving out to some remote area, and we were drinking, everybody's having some beers, and then a couple of us had ended up back in the van, and I just remember I was laying down next to her, and there's another one of my buddies laying on the other side of her. It's dark out. I figured I'd sneak my hand down, play a little guitar, and I reach my hand down, and I feel my buddy's hand down there already kind of gone.
Does that kill the mood for you or for him?
That was about it. I didn't know what to do with that. I was like, what the hell?
And she's just there taking it like, whatever.
Yeah. I just kind of got up, casually grabbed my beer, and went out and started drinking beers with the other guys again. I was like, okay, looks like you beat me to it.
Yeah.
And your buddy hooking up, I'm guessing?
I don't know if that was even the case, or like I said, she wasn't in any committed relationship with anybody. She was just kind of
doing her thing.
Yeah. You felt your buddy's hand. Damn.
Yeah, and I was just like, it's too much for me, man. My hand ain't going to stay down there.
Nah, I don't blame you. I get that.
I mean, it's weird if you touch hands getting a chip.
Right, exactly, man.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Or like you ever walk
guys,
and you just like you and your hands, buddy, your hands touch, you're like, oh, that's weird.
The thing is that we're used to palm on palm. We can shake hands, guys can.
Sure. High five.
But if I touch the top of your hand,
don't do that.
That feels weird, right?
That felt weird. You would just I don't even like the way you leaned over.
See what I'm saying?
And you guys weren't even touching someone's genitals.
No.
Or you got to agree that we're doing like a devil's threesome thing.
But even then.
There's not a lot of contact I've heard between guys.
Yes. Tell me where you're starting.
Yeah.
And even if you agree to that, like, bro, I do not want to touch your hand. Would you say with your buddy, like, do not let your hairy leg touch me?
Correct.
We can do this. Do not touch me.
He had really coarse hair, too. It was a Greek or what? I don't know. Deal.
How did his leg brush yours?
He did not. I just said, don't do that. Just make sure, no matter what, because I will be out of the game. That was the only thing I said is, my man, if your hairy-ass leg or arms touch me, I'm jumping out of this bed.
Oh, I'd have touched it.
Miles, you brought this up a few weeks ago, and during a commercial break, I was saying to Mike, back in the day when I would train a little jiu-jitsu, like eventually one of the guys that ran the gym was like, people prefer it when you wear tights underneath your shorts. I was like, all right, why? And he's like, we've got some complaints. Like, you're getting a little better. Like, basically, people don't want to feel your hairy calf on the back of their neck. I was like, oh.
The fact that that's a complaint. Hey, sensei. Hey, man. I know that's your boy. I
killed the man.
Seriously, dude. Right? His hairy legs bugging me. Now, think about it. As intimate of a sport as that is, you were wrapped up together, right? But
yeah.
The hairy part is what throws them off.
Right, because I didn't have gi pants. I would just wear like shorts. And I just started wearing tights. Like, all right, I'll help you guys out.
That had to be a weird conversation.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Ted's over here with psychological warfare.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Feel them hairy dogs, baby.
I'm killing it out here. I don't know what it is.
Right.
Everyone's just tapping.
Everybody's just tapping left and right. Like, I just don't want his hairy leg touching me.
He's not a badass. He's fuzzy.
Hey, do what you got to do to win.
Hey, if it works. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Okay, so my husband and I are now getting ready to celebrate 18 years together. So this happened in the first, 4 years of us dating. It was middle of the afternoon, having some afternoon delight, and we hear this knock, knock, knock at the bedroom door. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So we stop. We separate. I say, come in. My mom comes in, and she says, can you roll up my pant legs? I'm like, like, yeah, sure, no problem. She's disabled. She can't bend in that particular way. I'll roll up her pant leg. So I roll over, cover myself a little bit more, roll up her pant legs. She turns around. She pets the cat on the foot of the bed. And then she turns back around and she says, oh, you've got some candy on the bedside table. Can I have a couple pieces? I'm like, sure, why not? And she leaves, and we sit there and we look at each other, and we're just like, what in the hell just happened? We still to this day cannot explain it. She knew what we were doing.
I was going to say, was she aware of what's happening?
Oh, she had to have been aware.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not? How do you not?
I mean, she made you, so we know she knows what's going on there. And but she took the time to pet the cat.
Yes, she had to pet the cat sitting on the foot of the bed because, you know, if it's a cat, you have to pet the cat. But I mean, like, and then to turn around and be like, "Oh, can I have some of your candy?" I'm like,
Did
she
even address your boyfriend at the time?
No.
Did he lose his erection? Because I'm telling you, mine would be gone.
I don't recall, but it was a foregone conclusion that was not going to happen the rest of the day.
Yeah.
See, that's just as bad. That's just as bad.
Random question. What kind of candy was it?
I mean, it was right after Valentine's Day candy. So
No, see, that's not even good candy. Like, sorry, man. If it's after Halloween, I'd be like,
half-off candy.
all right, there's a Snickers bar and a Reese's cup. I'm gonna cut you a little slack. I get it. But if it's one of those little dry ass sweet tarts, will you be mine?
I like sweet tarts, but that's different. But no, I mean, it was just like, the candy was a week old, for crying out loud.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I can fathom being like, candy.
I don't think I've ever had sex with my parents or a parent in the home. Like when I was younger, when I was living at home. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah,
I can't. Not that I can remember.
It's one thing. If you visit my in-laws, and I'm convinced they do this on purpose, right? So they have this beautiful Victorian house. You get your own room. Like anything, if you're married, you get your room together. If you even blink, the bed squeaks. Right? It is impossible. I'm not kidding. It is impossible to move at all in these beds without it squeaking. So even if you're feeling randy, like we're looking at each other, if I just roll over and say, and the room's on the other side of the wall. And I've said to my wife many times, I'm like, they do this on purpose. She's like, no, they're just old beds. They've been here for a while. And I want to say one of the last times we went there, we still never had sex in that house because it is impossible to do. And my wife started to say, she's even like, it might be on purpose because all the kids, except they got 4 kids, one of them's not married, but she doesn't bring anybody home. But the other 3, we're all couples, man. And you can hear their bed squeaking, and it's not sex squeak because that's definitive. But I'm like, everyone here is annoyed because everybody wants to we're here for a week. You know what I mean? You want to get laid at some point, but if you move your head on the pillow, and I'm like, I'm telling you, that is why they're doing this. It's just something that can't happen in that house.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I stayed in an Airbnb in Cape May, New Jersey. Big old Victorian house, same thing.
Yeah.
Hardwood floors everywhere. The gap on the bottom of the door.
Oh God, yeah.
Was probably about 1.5 inches. I'm not kidding. You could see the light coming under. Right. And the way it was set up was there was, I think, 3 bedrooms upstairs, 1 hallway, 1 bathroom. So everybody shared that 1 bathroom.
Yeah, we have the same situation.
It was staying at this Airbnb, and the couple that was beside us. I've had this happen. Had it happen in a hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida, where this couple's just going at it like crazy. But at this point in time, it was the dude. We're laying there, and this is my first wife, and you just hear him, and it was just like, he was going, and it was just, but you never heard her at all the entire time.
Right.
I'm just laying in bed, it's like, I'm just like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at her like, because it's bedtime. We want to, we're going to try to be quiet about it, but it's an old iron bed. It squeaks too. It's one of he's And then when I saw him, like, dude's like 5'8", 125 pounds.
Right.
Like when I finally saw what this guy looked like, I was assuming this was just like some
big jacked up dude.
Dude, fat belly, Jersey looking. He's got like wire glasses. I'm just like, and his wife was like twice the size of him. One of those things. And he's like, oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Tiny dude. Yeah.
Tiny dude, big girl.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this was.
Yeah.
And he's in there loving it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To me, it sounds like a football player.
Right.
Next day at practice, I'm like, no way. You're the one who kept me from having sex? Get out of here.
Dude, I had a buddy like that back in the day. I mean, he was a tiny dude.
Right.
And he liked them big.
Like big.
What is up? There's definitely something to this.
I agree.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, it was amazing. Right? I mean, there was girls that, like, me and my buddies were like, I don't know, man. And he'd be like, oh, you got to introduce me. Like, to her? Like, she you might die.
Right.
But he loved it.
Huh.
Loved it.
I like the risk,
See, I didn't know if that was the woman's choice or the guy's choice.
It's agreed on, man.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, look, if you're together, you have agreed. So whatever weird couple you see together and you can't piece it together, you're like, they both like what they've got.
Yeah.
With the exception of like Bellevue. I look around, I'm like, he is loaded. That is why this is happening.
They both like what they got.
Who are What Killed
Strong
the Mood?
point.
206-803-ROCK.
Presented by...
But the attempt failed, and she slid into the toilet. Fortunately, after 20 minutes inside the vault, she was able to find and use her phone to call 911.
Well, there you go.
Crews from the fire department and rescue team reported to the scene and pulled her to safely. According to the fire department, the uninjured woman was washed down and given a Tyvek suit to wear. But she declined any further medical treatment and continued on her way. The patient, they said, was extremely fortunate not to be overcome by the toxic gases or sustain any injuries. Our question, what has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
I just, look, you could say, we're glad she didn't die. I don't know that you use the word extremely fortunate in any scenario where you went headfirst into an unflushable toilet.
Yeah.
I would just pick different words. Hello, Brendan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How we doing, gentlemen?
Doing great, man.
Excellent. So my grandfather, he lives in Lake Havasu City, and growing up as a kid, we lived in Cali. My dad was stationed there. He was in the Navy. We would drive from Central California to Havasu. Anyways, on one of our trips back, my mom was super, super pregnant, and she insisted that we stopped at this random gas station in the middle of the desert. And we pull up, and I swear to you, I'm not crazy, it was raining thousands of beetles from the sky. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And my mom and her favorite ride at Disneyland, this is relevant, is the bathroom ride, insisted that we stopped here. So
what is the bathroom ride?
Hang on. Hey, what's the bathroom ride?
Hold on. I'm getting there.
Okay.
So I end up having to go, too. So I go. And I walk into this bathroom, and it is a nightmare. There are beetles on the walls. They're on the ceiling. They are on the floor. It is like the scene from Daddy Daycare with the little kid being like, oh, I missed, but with beetles. It is horrifying.
Where do these beetles come from? They just get swept up in the wind and dumped somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know what they did with it. I don't know how they handled it. We got out of there as quickly as my mom would let us.
Okay. So what's the Disney ride? What's the bathroom ride?
The bathroom ride? Well, she has to pee all the time because, she's pregnant. You sneeze and you got to pee.
So every ride is a bathroom ride.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I follow you.
Yeah, yes. Every other ride, we had to go to the bathroom ride. So it was just irrelevant. It was just a funny point that I was trying to make.
Why would anyone take you said extremely pregnant, so she had to be, 8.5, 9 months pregnant. Why would you take her to an amusement park?
Oh, no. I'm not saying we took her to Disney. No, I was just saying, like, whenever we would go to Disney, because we lived in Southern California, too, her favorite ride would be the bathroom ride because we go on something that, I got to pee. Then she go on something else. I got to pee. So,
I got you. Okay. Right. Thought you were saying you took her pregnant ass to Disneyland.
Yeah, I've never rode that bathroom ride.
What is the bathroom ride at Disney?
Yeah. You can't drop that in there and then go, hang on, I'll get to it, and then be like,
And then
it's just a dumb joke.
You know, there's something special about the bathrooms at Disney.
What?
There's got to be. There's something special about everything at Disneyland.
I've never been to Disney. I will tell you this: if you stay on property at Disney World, the force of which those toilets flush is awesome.
Okay, so you have been to a Disney World bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know about in the parks, but when you stay on property, like.
So you never used one in the park, but just not the property itself.
I mean, I'm sure I peed at the park, but I don't think I ever had to drop a deuce in the park. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember. Have I pooped at Mom, did I ever poop at Disney
Magical
World?
Kingdom.
Right.
Well, because we always stayed, like, on property.
Yeah.
So generally, you know, like where we would stay, right, is my uncle's part of that vacation club. Mm-hmm. So it's like we would stay in Old Key West, and we had, like, condos. So you could get all your stuff done and eat breakfast before you left the house.
See, I appreciate that, man. But you're right, Miles. I get the feeling if I walked into a public bathroom at Disney, somehow
something is.
I'll walk out in a
magical.
good mood.
Yeah. What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
I will say I've been to a fair before, and nothing against children. It's just chaos in those bathrooms.
That sucks.
Yeah, kids screaming.
It's they're fighting you, like, dude.
That's what I remember. I was trying, like, it was one of those days. It's Sunday afternoon. I really have to use goat number 2.
Yeah,
but the line is forever. It's by the animal, so it smells like S. And then just this one kid is arguing with his dad, and this, and I just couldn't. I was like, I can't go in this environment. There's too much talking.
It sucks there, and it sucks at sporting events when there's kids. And my daughter was at an age where, and I don't know what the cutoff is exactly, but there's a point where she's a little girl. I could take her to the men's bathroom with me.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like 2 years old or something like that. So I said, all right, listen. She does her business. She's in a stall, like anything. I'm standing outside of the stall, but I got to pee, man. So I'm waiting for her. I pee real quick. And I said, okay, I'm going to wash my hands. Just wait for me over there. And then in the corner of my eye, she's not walking away, but I see her leaning towards something, right? And I look over, and she's about to put her mouth in the urinal because she thinks it's a water. She thinks it's a water fountain. Right? And I mean, my hands are still wet. So I'm like, no! Which freaks her out. She starts crying because I had a very adverse, response. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm like, that is not a water. Well, no, first I said, what are you doing? She said, well, they have the water fountains. I'm like, that is not a water fountain. Do not ever put your mouth there. Anyway, I think it was a Mariners game, but I walked back up. Sit down, look at my wife, and I said, from now on, you have to take her to the women's bathroom. She's like, oh, she doesn't. I said, no. She was about to get a drink out of the urinal. My wife's like, yes. Women's bathroom it is, man. Mouth open, about to tip her head under there. I'm like, oh, my God.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803.
I never thought about that, but you're right. There's no way you can make that mistake in a women's room.
I never thought about it. It doesn't cross your mind until you're in that moment, and then you think to yourself, I should have considered this. And the thing was, because a lot of them, they just keep running for whatever reason, but it's still at the handle. It wasn't push button. So to her, like, you pull the handle, water comes out. I'll get me a sip. Luckily, I caught that. Yeah, that was, it bugged me, man.
I mean, I just feel like if I saw a little kid going to it doesn't have to be, it could be anybody. So you're just like,
do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Hello, Trevor. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
So radio came out. My story is I work wastewater on our offsite facility. So all your sewer flows downhill, and these stations pump it back uphill to keep flowing down to our main facility.
All right. Okay.
You still got me?
Yeah.
Cool. So several of our stations were built so long ago they do not have bathrooms, and I mistimed things. So do my work there, and I really got to go. So nearest station is 20 minutes away. So I run back to my truck, grab a roll of toilet paper, some gloves, and I run down into the wet well where the sewer flows in before it goes to our pumps. And I had to hold on to a railing and crap on a grate.
Okay, well, that's not the worst, I guess, right?
I mean, was it runny enough that it went through the grate, or did you have to do some waffle stomping?
Oh, I had to hose it down afterwards.
Okay. That is kind of convenient, though. I mean, like where you pooped, it's kind of on its way.
Yeah, it is pretty convenient. We got the hoses. It's just, it's a dingy, dark place. You never really want to have anything exposed.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Yep.
I mean, but honestly, outside of the privacy of my own home, there's never anywhere where I'm like, I want to poop there. You know, I can do it at work. I'm used to our bathrooms. You can kind of time it out.
Well, the problem is, like, if you're hiking or camping, and you got to poop over a log, you need to find the right size tree that has fallen. Because if you can't get your ass all the way off the backside of that thing while sitting on it, you're just going to poop right on your butt.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you need to have that ass sticking out the backside. So, like, I always found a lot of people would dig holes and just squat and do it. For some reason, I could never do that. I was always afraid I was going to poop on my pants, even if they're pulled down.
You never just did the tree? I always did I would squat and then basically wrap my hands around a tree. Not a huge one, but, you know.
Well, that makes sense.
But and then make sure you lean back so you're not pooping directly back into your own pants.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for camping.
But, I mean.
But also you can, you could get a little foam ring on a bucket.
Sure.
Hiking, I don't know. I've never done more than a day hike.
You never had to poop?
Well, I usually would poop right before I would start it.
Right.
Or just, you got to make sure.
Yeah.
And at some of those bathrooms, like, if you're going through Greenwater to get into, like, Rainier, like National Park that way, like, man, one of those bathrooms, that's a park. That's an old-ass bathroom.
I told you, man, I pooped next to the light rail tracks in Baltimore because that was better than going into the men's bathroom at the bar. And, you could go in to pee, but every dude that went in that bathroom to pee, you took a real deep breath before you got there, and they'd run in, and the thing was, you wanted to finish peeing before you ran out of air because you didn't want to have to do it because it was so gross in there. And seriously, so all night, if you're sitting at the table by the entrance to the bathroom, you'd always hear, and someone went in.
Yeah.
I had to poop, and I'm like, there is absolutely no. It's one of those bathrooms that's so gross. Like, as soon as you walked in, like, you broke out into a sweat. It wasn't even hot. You just feel like the air is sticking to you.
Yeah.
So I had to poop. And I was like, man, just use the bathroom. I said, there's no way I'm using this bathroom. I don't even like going in there to pee, man. So grabbed a handful of paper towels. The light rail tracks were basically right outside. Stepped over them, went down the hill, held onto a tree. It's the first time I figured out the tree holding method, and pooped. I didn't care. Never laughed at me. And a train went by and stopped at the light, by the way. That's the thing I remember most. And because it was nighttime, I know they couldn't see me because it was nighttime. But because it was nighttime, the lights on the train were on. And I could see everyone in that train, and that's like a 2-minute light. And I'm just like, and I'm done at this point, but I'm like, I don't want to move, because if I move, people are going to see that in their periphery, wonder what I'm doing, and I haven't pulled up my pants yet. So either I'm masturbating or pooping. Right?
Yeah.
So finally that train left, came back in, and I remember everyone was laughing at me. Oh, it's so ridiculous. I said, would you take an S in that bathroom? And you have to ask yourself this question. No.
Yeah. I do poop at Showbox. And it was a packed show. It was probably like 10 years ago.
Right.
And the Foo Fighters are playing Showbox. So you can imagine, if you could sell a ticket, they sold it. This is shoulder-to-shoulder people. I'm standing at the bar. I am waiting in line to get a beer. I've probably been standing there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's packed.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
So, I was seeing this girl, and we went to her parents' house. It was in Milton, outside of Boston. And they were a pretty wealthy family. And her parents were gone. So we went down to the den and started going at it. And then we hear the door, and her mother bolted from the door. She seen my car outside, so she bolted from the front door down to the den right away. We had no time to prepare. We went and we hid. They had a bar. We hid behind the bar, and I'm like, shit.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
No more brown words, Mark.
Okay. So she, her mother came down, and, I'm going to step up, and I ran out to grab our clothes and get back behind the bar, but I didn't make it. Her mother busted through the door, and she yells up to her husband, Ronnie, they're downstairs, and he's at full mast. Oh, my God. But, yeah, there was a big to-do for quite a while about that.
Yeah, I bet there was.
So did Dad come in the house, too?
Dad didn't come down there. Mom had it handled.
And what does she say? I mean, how old were you when this was going on?
I was like 24.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, you're both adults.
Yeah, I mean, at that point.
You know, it'd be different if you were like, 15 years old. I come in the house and my 15-year-old kid's messing around. I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, 24.
25, I understand it.
But I would say, even at 25, like, can you please use your own bedroom?
Yeah.
Why are you in my den? I use my den, and there's telltale signs of what you've done.
Look, man, this is probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, longer than that. I go to, I had to get something. I was looking for something, and went into my kid's bathroom because I thought I'd stored, I don't know, whatever I was looking for in there. I open up the drawer, and there's this box of Trojan condoms in there, and I'm just like,
opened?
There were 7 left.
I don't know, what, a 12 pack?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I mean,
but you're an adult. I'm glad you're being responsible.
Sure.
I didn't say a word. They are still in that drawer.
Still 7?
You know what? I'm going to count.
I was going to say,
I'm going to go in there and count, actually, now that I think about it. They're probably expired by this point.
Maybe, but still, just make sure there's still 7. So that means they're using those at your place.
That is correct.
Really? Was one of them living with you?
Well, you got to remember, I was still going out. I go out of town every weekend to try to play golf somewhere. So typically what I'll do is I'll get like a $125 hotel room down in Tacoma or DuPont, spend the night so I don't have to drive back and forth. Since the golf's already paid for. I just do the season pass, and the golf's paid for the year. But, I'm gone every weekend. So I give them, and I tell them, look, if you're going to come out, go down to Fremont. This is the best way to do it. My garage door is open. You can park your car in there. You don't have to worry about getting a ticket. You guys can walk to whatever bars you want to go to. You can walk home without
F all night.
You can walk home without driving or doing anything stupid, and you can just stay in your own bed. So I think they took advantage of that.
They clearly did.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, like, if my parents offered that to me, I would too. Or when I'm a teenager, my mother, if they're going out of town for the weekend, like, do not have sex in my house. I'm like, Mom, listen, I'm trying to.
Oh, I did say
it's
something.
It's not working. Like, I would love to defy you. And believe me, I'm putting in work to make you mad at me that I had sex in this house. Here's the problem. No one's interested. And the thing is, I felt better because she never believed me. She's like, oh, come on. I'm like, Mom, I'm 16 years old. I'm trying desperately to get laid. It's not happening. I would love to disappoint you.
Everybody that I knew had a condom ring in their wallet.
That you never used it.
No, but you could see it in the back of your jeans, kind of thing.
Yeah,
you could see the ring through someone's pants.
But even if a girl's like, you don't have a condom, I'm like, I don't need one.
I had somebody do it to me a couple weeks ago. I had a pack sitting, just the 3-pack sitting on my table, and he was like, "Oh, dude, you didn't tell me." I'm like, "They're unopened." I didn't tell you anything. Nothing happened.
Right.
There's nothing to tell. Yeah. Owning condoms is a lot different than using them.
I got a plunger for my toilet. You know what I mean? I don't use it all the time.
But it's there.
I got one.
And I feel like I use the plunger more than I use condoms.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah.
I do remember buying, I'm going to get lucky this night, right? And there's a 7-Eleven close by, and she's like, look, we need condoms. Like, no problem. So I roll in, I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Dude's around the counter. There's a customer there, but he knows the customer. They're talking very casually. So he waits on me, and it's weird, right? Because when they wait on you, they both shut up, so the only sound is my voice. And I'm like, I need a 3-pack of condoms. And being the professional he is, he's like, oh, somebody has a good night coming up tonight. Oh. And I was like, you know what, man? Honestly, yeah, I do. I do, because that is all I need. But in my mind, I'm like, why did he say that?
Yeah.
Why? What? It just made it weird, man. We know what they're for. What? And trust me, I'm super excited to use these, but why? Do you do that to everyone that buys condoms?
I mean, I never mind because it's like, oh, yeah, it is going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, now.
But one neighborhood I lived in, there was definitely a corner store I went to a lot.
Yeah.
And didn't buy them often. I remember buying, the guy's like, oh, Ted, you get late? I was like, damn, man. Don't act like it's been that long.
So I mean, like, guys, easy. Just let it go.
But the Rite Aid I used to go to in Belltown, one time I bought condoms, box wine, and like a thing of candy. And I was just, the guy's like, classy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going all in.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803 Rock. And these X-likes.
That's one thing that pissed my dad off years ago, right? And my wife and I, we were at a school function. So we're dressed to the nines and all this, and they're watching the kids for us. They're 3 and 4 years old, maybe, somewhere around there. And, well, they had to be older. School function, say 6 and 7. Either way, they're little kids. And phone blows up. That's my mom. I'm like, hey, is everything okay? And she's like, yeah, everything's okay. Your father just needs you to come home for a couple of minutes. I'm like, well, we're in the middle of a function. You know, like, what is the problem? Is there an emergency? She's like, not really, but your daughter's constipated. I said, okay. Well, I mean, like, I've been constipated. What do you want me to do? She's like, he went out and he bought an enema, blah, blah, blah. He refuses to do it. And clearly, as my mother's stating that, she ain't doing it either. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, she would be the one to do that.
Right. So I'm like, fine, whatever, man. I hop in the car, and the house is less than 10 minutes away. I zip home. Again, I'm in a suit and tie. And there's my kid. But my dad, he looks angry. You know, and I'm like, dude, what is... And I did the enema. Everything's fine. My first and only time doing it. But I was like, what is your problem? He's like, I didn't think about it. But when you're an old man... and you walk into a store, and the only goddamn thing you buy is an enema. He's like, just the look on the cashier's face. I'm like, it can't be that bad. He's like, you ever bought an enema? So I have not. And he's like, neither had I. And he's like, I could have bought like 15 other things. I would have bought like a bag of anything. But it's like the only thing I bought was the enema. And he's like, and they're behind the counter. So I had to ask. And when she gave me the look, I realized what she thought. And I'm like, it's bugging you that much? He's like, yes, goddammit. So like, okay.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803 Rock.
Sometimes you just got to say it.
What?
Like, oh, he should. Like, if that was me, I would have just like, it's for my granddaughter.
But they wouldn't
believe it.
They
No,
wouldn't. And that was it, because I said that to him as well. And it was like, they're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe you, man. He's like, I'm an old man. So he's like, when I'm in there buying it, they just assume my stool's backed up. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. I got to go back to the school function. Yeah. Hello, Tanner. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, guys.
Hola.
Okay, so when I was like quite a bit, I was younger, and my girlfriend and I were dating for a while, and her family had just moved into like this smaller cabin. So her mom and her were kind of sharing a room, but it was her bedroom. And girlfriend and I started making out, and one thing led to another. And she's kind of like, we're taking our clothes off and going back to the bedroom. And she like kind of throws me down on the bed, and I land on the bed, and all of a sudden I like feel something really hard kind of pushing me like in my buttocks like area when I land on the bed. So I'm trying to like grab it and reach around and get comfortable, like get this thing out from underneath me. So I just reach under me and grab it put my whole hand around it and pull it out. And it was a giant dildo.
Was it her mom's?
And it was her mom's. She did not own one.
Oh, all right.
And the look on her face, as I could tell, the look on her face was just like traumatized, because she was just like mortified. And yeah, that pretty much killed the mood, I think. Like, I think it took a while to get back in the mood after that.
Was it her bed or her mom's bed that you guys were getting it down on?
It was her bed, so so you can put the 2 and 2 together, yeah.
You don't need 2 and 2. That's 1 and 1. That's the real easy math on that one.
Why is her mom in there?
I mean, like, mom.
Because they had just moved into a smaller cabin, was the thing. So, like, her mom was sleeping on the couch, and her sisters were out in the other bedroom. So her mom was sacrificing a bed, I guess, in a way.
Not entirely.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys rock. Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you. Bam. I just thought of one that killed the mood for me. Here's another one. Here's a deal breaker. So this guy growing up, his name is Sean, and he matured much faster than the rest of us.
All right.
He had a mustache when he was like in 7th grade, which we all were just like, man, that'd be so cool. He had hair under his arms. I mean, he was
all the stuff you want as a young man.
Growing up, and he had pubic hair,
dude, check this out.
I mean, in junior high, in those middle school years, you're either going through puberty or you're not. Mm-hmm. And some people went through it faster than others. So, but you're still always showering together with sports and stuff. Here I'm walking in just clean as a whistle. Sean's got chest hair. He's got a huge penis. Like at that point in time, I think it was the biggest penis that I'd ever seen on anybody. And I've been in the shower before at the YMCA with my granddad. So I mean, this guy's penis was huge. All right, but he went to a different high school than I did. And then it turns around, come college time. Those are girls I was very, very interested in. And I asked her if she had a boyfriend. She said, no, we just broke up.
Okay.
Broke up about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I'm kind of, getting my feelers out, trying to see if I want to date anyone ever again or anything. And I was like, well, who were you going out with? She's like, Sean Wishart. And I was like, Sean? Like, Sean? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, Sean? Like, with, the biggest penis I've ever seen? She's like, it is pretty big. And I was like, God damn it.
I can't be nice.
I can't. Golly, man, no. You need to date someone else in between us. You know what I'm saying? Just to cleanse it. Just that way, as you can say,
cleanse your penis.
Maybe I don't have the smallest one you've ever seen. Now. Right. Just somebody else. Just put an average it in there first to get used to it.
So I killed it for you.
Oh God, yeah. Absolutely. If you knew the size of that guy's thing, you were just like, there's no point. Right. I cannot, it's like,
I can't compete with this.
It's like making a sequel to the best movie you've ever seen. Like,
right.
You can't, it's going to suck.
I'm going to be Jaws 2.
I'm going to be Jaws 3D.
Right.
I'm going to be the worst. God, that sucked. I do remember that. I was like, man, no. I was like, no, I can't. I was like, I can't. You're just, my excuse was, you're just getting out of a relationship. It's still fresh. Why don't you give yourself some time? And maybe down the road, when you're really feeling like.
But chances are you've already done that. You just didn't know.
I know that, but now I
that
knew.
Goes a long way.
But I had the mental picture in my head. I already knew what he had. I didn't want to.
Would you have pictured his penis if you were with him?
If she didn't tell me, I definitely would have been interested. Definitely would have wanted to go out more. Definitely want to do all those things.
Yeah.
As soon as she said that name, my jaw dropped. She's like, "Do you know him? I thought you went to University High School." I was like, I went to middle school with Sean.
It was
Sean,
big then. It's big now.
He and Kelly, this other guy, man, and both those guys were just, Jesus, their penises were huge. But Sean's was, it was insane how big that thing was. I couldn't believe it.
Did he shower with his hands on his hips?
He had to know just by looking around the room.
That's when you figured out.
Yeah, you're in the shower. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man.
Look at me.
I could not believe she dropped that name on me. Like, of all people in that small town, you picked the one with the biggest, giantest dong
guy
in town. You picked.
She dated Shaq next.
I know. I was like, God damn it. And she was smoking hot redhead. Who or what killed the mood? 206-803.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Hola. So you can hear me, I can hear you, right?
Yes,
perfect.
That's how phones work.
All right, cool. So can I've been kicked off your show before for cussing, so I'm
Well, just don't.
Just don't curse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
I know. But you've got to understand. You guys, when it's the men's room and we're talking, I get comfortable, and then cuss words kind of come flying out of my mouth. But I will be careful.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't cuss. I've been thrown out of bars before. When they told me why, I just didn't do that again.
Yeah, you don't walk in and go,
remember me? Yeah. I called her.
I've never been thrown out of a bar. I've been thrown out of mini bars. Not the mini bars you have in a hotel room. I mean, many as in M-A-N-Y, right? So, anyway, so what let's say there's a business that is now defunct, it's closed, it's been done since 2012. Could I use their name?
Sure.
Okay, so in Upper Fremont, there was the Buckaroo Tavern. The Buckaroo Tavern, some people thought it was a rough place. It wasn't really a rough place.
I remember the Buckaroo.
Yeah, not until the fishermen came back with all their cocaine and cash.
Yeah, that's
true.
Exactly what. Well, they came up from what became the Red Door. Right, that was the Fremont Tavern before it was the Red Door, and the people that took it on and made it the Red Door, they're like, we're not going to allow the cocaine and cash in here. No, you got to get out. So they kicked them all out. So they moved up the street to the Buckaroo.
Good for Pete Hanning.
Anyways, yeah, I lived right up the street from the Buckaroo, so that was my regular tavern. And so one night, as per usual, my girlfriend and we left the Buckaroo. I don't know, it was probably 1 a.m. or so. And we didn't take the whole bar home like we would do sometimes. But we just went home, and it's like, well, we're going to have sex like we usually would when we would get home because we're, drunk and horny, and I can say horny, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking.
Said it very clearly.
And so, so we get going, and she was I'm not a big BJ guy, right? I don't know if I can say the full word here. But,
No, avoid it altogether, bud. Avoid it altogether.
We're done.
Yeah.
I know. He couldn't help himself.
No. I mean, don't check on the word after you've said it. That's just one, right? We would let you know, and then you say something you can't frickin' say right after that.
He worried about horny.
Yeah, and then just throws out the 2 letters.
Jesus.
Also, does anybody else kind of hate that term?
Horny?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why. It's just every time
What's the best alternative?
Because here's the problem.
In the mood, feeling randy. I don't know.
Feeling Randy. I know Randy.
Willy Wonka?
You talking about Randy? Talking about Randy at the Buckaroo Tavern?
Willie's feeling Randy. Look, man.
Ted's feeling Randy.
It's not that it's a great word, right? But like when the moment is there's certain words you can't say. Like you cannot be clinical, right? When you're horny. I would like to explore your vagina. Like, it's not going to happen. If you use the word vagina or penis...
You're a doctor.
Right. Even the doctor, you think in the moment that he's horny, I promise you, my brother is not using those words.
Yeah, no one leans over and goes, I would really like to have your penis.
You got to say it because we're on the air. But I'm just saying, in
if
regular
you were with
life...
a chick, you wouldn't say, like, man, I'm horny. You want to...
No, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you say? All right,
I'm getting all fired up.
Okay, that's
riled
right.
up. I mean, I just feel like a middle schooler being like, "Hey, honey, I'm horny."
Does it get hotter down there?
It's always hot.
does it get hotter?
You've seen him go through TSA.
I mean,
I got a flight next month. I'm already prepared. It's like, it's red.
Why don't you get some boxers and like some loose pants? Air that thing out.
I'm telling you, right?
They just run hot.
Why don't you just air it out before you go through this?
But I just feel like a middle schooler. Like I just don't know that I've ever looked at a girl and been like, I'm horny.
Really? I don't. To me, that's like the succinct word that we've all agreed on, right? Because again, it's like the clinical thing. I'm aroused. Like doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I'm not touching that. You can be horny.
If she says it, cool. Like this makes me horny. Like all right. I don't know. It just seems like an odd term. Like I just don't know that I use it.
Again, what is the replacement word?
Yeah. Like I'm riled up. Bricked up.
Bricked up. Bricked up. Bricked up. I'm bricked up right now.
I would just go horny, man.
Yeah,
just suck it up and say it, because everything else you're saying.
I'm all bricked up over here, baby. My heat missile's ready to launch.
Try that one. My heat missile's ready for launch.
Oh, man.
You're taking me to new heights.
I'm going to try that.
That was the one I could do.
I think I got to get into a relationship before I say my meat missile.
Heat missiles
ready for launch.
Oh, go for launch.
This meat needs basting. I mean,
10 seconds in Houston, we've got a problem.
I need you to milk the Cobra. Like just say horny.
The pleasure pistol's ready to go off. Put this bullet in the chamber.
Paul Stanley, you pulled the trigger of my love gun.
I call it my Nerf gun. Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK. That have come in. Having diarrhea in a nightclub. Everyone was lining up to do coke, and I was stuck in the only stall in the bathroom for quite some time. What else?
I will say, what was it, last summer, right? I was in Vegas to go see Dead & Company.
All right.
So we were hanging out at a very fancy hotel during the day at the pool. And, I went to pee, and the line was massive, right? And I get it. I could be a shy peer. And then somebody was like, you just peeing? I was like, yeah. They were like, go ahead, dude. So I walk out and I get back to the pool and I'm like, you won't believe it. Everybody here is shyer than I am. Urinals are wide open. And somebody just looked at me like, you're at a pool in Vegas, man. They're not pooping in those stalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're taking so long.
There's zero poop in those stalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why all of the urinals are free.
Right. I'm just like, they're not even trying to hide it.
Got locked in one of those cement block metal door bathrooms in a national park in California when the lock broke early morning. No one is around, no cell service, nothing. Luckily, I carry a small pocket knife that enabled me to disassemble the lock and open the door. Damn. Here's another. Teenager working at the movies. I was told by my manager there was a situation in the ladies' bathroom, and since I was a lady, the situation was on me. It was a larger woman. She was stuck on the toilet and needed assistance because she could not stand up. I dealt with it as best as I could, trying to just be very professional and mature. But the smells. She did not wipe. I had to flush the toilet after she left. I once dropped my phone in the toilet at the Red Robin after pooping in it. Slipped through my fingers between my legs and went in. I got it out with my bare hand. Disgusting.
But at least it's your poop.
Yes. God, this is something here. I was sitting in a stall taking a dump at the gym. The guy in the stall next to me says, "So what's up?" I said, "Not much." He said, "What are you going to do today?" I said, "I don't know, man. Probably just finish my workout, go home, eat, take a nap." He says, "Hold on, let me call you back for a second."
Oh, damn. No, come on.
Stopped at a rest stop outside of D.C. I never made it to the bathroom. Apparently, I walked up on a drug deal gone wrong inside. Two guys, guns out, at the toilet. They chased the guy out with a grocery bag in his hand. I ducked behind a tree and ran back to my car when they were gone. And let's see here, one more. My uncle always told the story about his coworker. They worked on a construction crew. Stopped at a fast food restaurant. He needed to go, but the toilets were out of order. So he pooped in the urinal. Our question, what has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
A couple of quick YouTube comments. As far as the proper way to pee when you're hiking or outdoors, right? I said, hey, man, just grab the trunk of the tree, lean back. Miles, you're like, find the right size, fallen tree, so you can sit back. Guy here says, dig a hole next to the tree. Then put your back up against the tree and go right into the hole. That is the best way for the outdoor poop. Not a bad call. Makes sense, right? Lean your back against the tree.
All right.
Then as far as an uncomfortable bathroom experience, I'm happy to say I've never had this, but they say, I caught someone taking pictures or video of me while I was using the bathroom stall at a Buffalo Wild Wings. Got a glimpse of the shoes, tried to find them, but they were gone. Hope they like what they saw.
B-dubs.
B-dubs, yeah, man.
I will say this. A couple years ago, I was driving down to Portland, right?
Okay.
I don't know where we were. We stopped at this, like truck stop.
Yeah.
To their credit, the bathrooms were immaculate.
I remember you bringing that up.
But when I got in there, there was a guy in there that seemed a little strange, right? He was just like really taking his time washing his hands, but I got to poop. No worries. And then when I got out of there, he was back up washing his hands. And I was like, why didn't he leave? And I swear to God, when I walked out, he walked back into my stall.
To your stall?
Correct. So my buddy was like, well, maybe he's just got bad diarrhea. And I was like, well, right, but his stall that he was in was still open.
You think he's a seat sniffer?
Well, that was the other thing. I said, I don't care what your fetish is. I mean, I tore that thing up. Like, he's got a rude awakening coming his way. I hope you learn a lesson, you creepy.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
You know what it's like when you got a 3-day weekend. You're going to leave on Friday morning. I still went out Thursday night.
That's still weird, man.
It's so weird. It creeped me out.
And even if he's not sniffing the seat, the one thing I don't want to do in a public bathroom, sometimes you can't avoid it, but when you sit on a seat and it's already body temperature, you're like, someone was just
He watched me walk out of that stall.
Oh, then he's sniffing the seat.
That's what I'm saying. That's what made it so weird. I could understand if some other dude just walked in like, I feel bad for that poor bastard.
You know what you should have done? You should have walked out, counted to like 2 minutes, push the door back open real quick. I caught you, you son of a bitch.
Creep.
Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
All right, so I'm a pretty regular guy. When I get up in the morning, I'll, do my business. And then usually at home after work, when I usually get home, I'm usually home around 7 or so at night. So I had been out of work for like a year. And so my schedule kind of got screwed up as far as my pooping schedule. And I'd just gone back to work, and it was like my first week back. And my drive home is like an hour and a half. So it's a ways, to get home. And I'm like halfway home. I'm just past Everett. And all of a sudden it hits me that, oh my God, I got to go. This is not good. So I'm going in my mind like, okay, where's a gas station? Where's like a McDonald's, or, where am I going to be able to pull over and go to the bathroom? And I'm getting to a point where I can't think of any place, and I don't think I'm going to make it. So I'm just going to have to pull over and do it on the side of I-5. And so I'm right near Marine View Drive, trying to get over to the right lane, getting over. And right as I'm pulling off the freeway onto the shoulder on the freeway, it just starts going, and it doesn't stop. It's to a point where I got underwear on, they're kind of tidy whities, but they're the boxer type.
Yeah.
It's filling my pants up, and it's lifting me off the seat. It's filling up so much to where I'm like, oh my God, there's just a layer in between my, me and the seat. And so I jump out of the car, and I still have to go. I'm not finished yet. So open my two doors, pull down my pants. As I'm pulling it down, it was like the poop was like a milkshake. So it was when I went to go finish, it's just dripping down into my shoes and on my pants and on my underwear, and it's like, oh my God. So I finish, and then I don't have any freaking anything to wipe up with. Luckily, I look in my back seat, and I had a thing of Goodwill clothes that I was returning, and so I grabbed some Goodwill clothes and kind of wipe myself down, but I still got to get my pants off and stuff, and I got work boots on. So just the whole freaking thing, trying to get all that off and then clean myself up. I always carry an extra pair of underwear in my car, so at least I threw my underwear on and was able to get home. But I left pretty much everything on the side of the road, except for my work pants. I had to bring those home, but yeah.
Adopt a highway, everyone.
That's right.
Adopt a highway.
What has been your most unique experience while using the bathroom? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Hey. Hola.
Hola.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you, man.
Hola.
First time using the phone?
So I'm in the car, that's all.
All right.
So it's my sister's birthday on Sunday. I stayed at my parents' Saturday. I didn't go either of those days. I had to get into work, and we had a huge meal for her thing. My mom does it up like crazy every time. I get to work, I get this sharp pain in my stomach, right? And I pass I work in a hospital, mind you. I pass the first bathroom, locked. Second bathroom, locked. I start passing people I know. They start talking to me, and at this point, I'm doing the slow walk.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to just get by them and be like, yo, all right, yeah, I'm good, whatever. I finally get to the last one. Right as I open the door, it's a single, thank God. Right as I open the door, I pull down my pants, go all over the wall,
all
over the trash can, and this trash can is not like one that is attached to the wall, so it'd be even harder to clean. It's like one of those kitchen ones, all over the floor. I barely get some in the toilet. Man, it was a nightmare, and I felt so bad. Because I know the guy who cleans it, and I never told him.
What? So you let someone else discover it, so they had to tell them?
Well, dude, I was almost late to work because of it. So.
99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
10 best rock covers by women coming up. We'll sit and spin at 4:30. In the meantime, our question, who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. If a long-time listener, it's been great listening to you guys. But interesting story. Me and the wife back in the day, when we first got together, we had a cat that was a crazy playful cat. Well, one of the nights when we were midst of doing the deed, cat decided to jump up and grab the McNuggets like it was one of its toys, claws and all.
Oh, really?
Oh, did it bite as well or just the claws?
No, thankfully it was just the claws, but man, that thing went limper than drop him in a bucket of ice.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Did you scream?
No, I think I accidentally just kicked the cat across the room, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you... Because a lot of times the cats latch on, man. They don't just let go. And if it's my McNuggets, as you call them, I'd be very delicate about taking its freaking claws
it was
off.
one of those where, when it happened, it jumped up so freaking quick and swung around that the cat went to take off. My foot happened to catch the end of it as I was trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Was the cat ever allowed back in the bedroom again if you knew you were going to get down?
No, thankfully, and with all the other animals we have, we started locking them all outside of the bedroom.
Yeah.
Now, when you do that, do they cry and whine at all?
The dogs do. The cats don't.
Okay. You used to have a cat that would stick its paw under the bottom of the door.
Oh, yeah.
And then just shake it in the frame. So you're trying to do your thing. It wouldn't meow, nothing like that. But you could glance at the door, and I'm like, I see his paw. He has hooked it under the door, and it's just shaking it in the frame. And somehow that's more disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like there's a monster.
Well, it does. 'Cause, like, if the cat's crying, you're like, fine, you're crying, whatever, we'll get to you. When you're shaking the door, it's like, you're really just doing this to disrupt the mood, man. You used to piss me off.
Jesus. Miles used to give me the side eye. Miles, the dog. He would he always had that look like this. Just like disgust.
Well, you just get him out of the room, man.
I know. But if not, he would whimper at the door. And it was worse to hear him whimper
than it was.
And sometimes I just make eye contact with him. I just stare him down in the middle of it, Because why not?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
He's staring me down. I'm going to stare him down right back.
Why do dogs got to ruin that?
Just
don't worry about it, man.
Makes it last longer, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you're not concentrating on anything. You're just looking at the dog.
Looking at the dog.
How long is this going down? It's like I felt like I was in like a Clint Eastwood movie, spaghetti western.
Yeah, just staring at each other.
Just two guys looking at each other, not saying a word.
Hello, Cameron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, boys. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, bro.
So I wanted to say, hey, Ted, it's Sean. But, I'd be lying.
All right. It's not Sean.
Just making a joke. But, no, what I want to tell you guys is there was a couple years ago. Just want to scare him a little bit. This is Sean with the big penis.
Oh, that's Miles who knew Sean with the big penis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
And now it's all coming together.
Jesus, man.
I get it now.
No, I want to tell you guys.
The way you set that up, I'm like, all right, who's the chick that we have in common? Sean with the big penis. Jesus.
No, I want to tell you guys a story. A couple of years ago, there's me and my ex, we were going at it, and I started hearing this, so we had this fireplace that was right next to the boiler room in the house, and there's a thin piece of wood going in between each other. I started hearing this noise. I was like, what in the world is that? So, killed the mood, hopped up off her, and I run up, and I'm like, what is that? Little brother is behind the room, looking at us, watching us go.
How old was your brother?
No, it wasn't my brother. It's her brother.
Oh, how old was he?
And he was I would say about 12 at the time. So he at that point where he's curious.
Sure. I get it. The problem is it's his sister.
Exactly. That's kind of what ruined it.
Like, if it's just some random little kid, you're like, I get it, dude, get out of here. But, like, bro, that's your sister. This is going to weigh on you for the rest of your life.
I had a buddy say something like that. Kind of creeped me out.
That's why it stuck with me. This was, years ago, and it just bothered me ever since. Like, dude, this is your little sister. Like, seriously?
Hey, I had a buddy that came home, and his younger sister was out in the backyard of his mom's house, sunbathing naked.
All right.
And so I see him after this. He's like, "You're not going to believe this." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I saw Jenny's breasts."
This is his sister.
Your sister? He's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. What, did she walk out of the shower or something? You were in there? He's like, no, she was sunbathing nude out back in Mom's house. And I was like, well, that had to be awkward. He's like, man, they're amazing, though.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, dude. I was like, no.
Really?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, my God.
And he's telling you this like,
he's talking about his
yeah.
sister. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Come on. We're in West Virginia, man. Don't make this any
wow,
worse.
man.
Don't make it worse than it already
They
is.
were amazing.
Wow. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That is.
I know. Oh, I know. I know. So I was like, man, what goes through your head?
I still feel weird about having a buddy that was a twin.
Oh, right. So,
She was just that hot. He's like, it looks like TJ. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. She's hot. It's like, but it looks like TJ. And I'm like, he's not a bad looking guy.
Well, Craig, my buddy's sister looked exactly like him. The whole
But
family.
TJ didn't have boobs.
The whole family looked the same. I mean, when I looked in her face, she looked like my buddy.
Yeah, there's a few people. I've never been with them.
Yeah,
I remember being
that's
in
weird.
school, and there was, I was saying, the paternal twins, and they were cool, and she was hot. And you didn't think about it much, but every once in a while, they'd have a conversation in the hallway between classes, and when they were next to each other, you're like, oh, my God. And then it would kind of ruin it the rest of the day. You know, like, she was notoriously good looking. All of us agreed, like, it's just a good looking person, right? You are factually good looking.
Mm-hmm.
But we know your brother, and you look like your brother. And when I look at your brother, it's not that he was ugly, but I'm like, he does not arouse me. She does, but it really does bother you.
Yeah, like I did not do well in high school. And there was one party where that would have been a nice notch for Ted Smith. But I think it was only because nobody else would hit on her.
Because she looks like her brother. I know. It's just like, God, man.
I was like, man, she really seems to like me. And he was like, you're the one that talks to her.
Yeah.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
I wonder, look, if there's any women out there that have a twin brother, has that happened to you? Or are you aware? Because I promise you it has. I'm just wondering if you're aware of it. Because, I mean, honestly, you're like, God, man, she is so good looking. But I see her brother. And if you were to get lucky enough, I know her brother would cross my mind. Look, we can't have that. Like, I can't do this because I'm going to think of your brother.
Or has it gone in the opposite direction? Has a gal ever gotten with a dude and she's like, all I see is his sister?
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
It's got to work both ways.
I mean, but it's got to suck. So to me, like, if you're going to be a twin, I hope it's an identical of the same gender, right? You say, oh, you look like your brother. Ha, ha, ha. That's great. But if you're saying that to a woman, you look like your brother. Not as funny. And you don't find it funny.
Dude, I went out with a girl for like 2 or 3 dates. She was really cool. I liked her. And then my buddy was just like, dude, she almost looks like a Smith. And it completely ruined it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I could never get
You
past
could be
it.
related to her, Ted.
Right. Yeah.
Well, did she look like a Smith?
She just was shorter and just, she wasn't like fat. She just was, had big, she just kind of, I guess, had the same body build as like me and my cousins. But I was just like, once he put it in my head, like I couldn't.
But what about her face? I mean, it's one thing to see your build.
Right? She had cheeks. So I get.
So
she
the more
didn't
you
look like
say
it.
this,
the more right, and you can see it ruined it. I never had the guts to. I was just like, I don't think we should hang out anymore. Blah blah blah. It was very awkward.
do you think she'd want to know the truth? Like, look, man, I was not thinking this, but a buddy of mine pointed out you look like, I don't know, you could be my first or second cousin. And it killed it. I mean, like, sorry.
And I think it was just something that simple, like that, like, oh, well, this looks like your cousin, blah, blah, blah. And it just ruined it.
I'm going to start doing that to people, man.
No.
No, yes. I don't care if they've been together for like 20 years. Like, God, you can tell, you guys, you start looking like each other. I mean, you could be your sister.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
I just want to see. Hey, man, I haven't seen your wife around in a hot minute. Yeah, you said she could be my sister. We can't move past it. Come on, man. There's a couple of couples at our watering hole. They've been together for a hot minute, man. I'm going to drop that to see how that goes. Anyone ever tell you guys look like you can be brother sister? That's all I'm going to say. I didn't get another beer. Nice seeing you.
Oh, you're going to ruin somebody.
I know. Hello, Chad. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola, guys. How you doing?
Hola.
All right, so I got one. So me and the wife were it was a few years back. We tried to sneak in a quickie before the pizza delivery person showed up, and basically, just long story short, pizza delivery person showed up while we were in the middle of doing the deed.
So what do? Do you ignore the pizza and say, "Look, we'll just take the charge on the credit card," or do you stop and get the pizza?
Oh, heck no. We stopped and got the pizza, and then we finished afterwards and had dinner after.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's the move. That's when you know you've been together for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the pizza delivery person knew exactly what was going on, though, when we showed up at the door.
We got a comment like that. It says, an ex-partner of mine and I were going at it after smoking some weed. Mid-thrust, he stops. His eyes go wide, and he whispers, "We have cookies." So it just killed the mood. We got up and we ate cookies. Nothing really to be mad about. But.
So she wasn't mad. It's just like, this is not happening now.
We have cookies. Should we go get cookies? Let's go get some cookies.
That means she's thinking about it, too. Like.
I've used pizza before as a seductive art.
Pizza as a seductive art. Okay.
Yeah, like we should, it was like one of those things, like we had hung out the night before, and then she was like, I got to go home because of my friends. Let's hang out again tomorrow. Cool. At some point, it's like, let's order a pizza. Like, you don't want to go home yet. Let's order a pizza.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And then in between the ordering and the pizza arriving, got it done.
Did you actually order a pizza?
Oh, yeah. Well, I love pizza, too.
Yeah. Who or what killed the mood? 206-803.
It's one of the 3 P's of a weekend, dog.
What's the third P?
Pot.
Pizza pot. Pizza pot and penis.
Look, if something
3P weekend.
If somebody said you could only have those 3 things on a weekend, I'd be like, cool.
All right.
Right?
I'll take one of the 3.
I'll take all 3.
Oh, I mean, that would be ideal.
I'm just saying that, like, every weekend, like, you could go on a game show, right? Like, you could win a trip to Switzerland or a month's supply of the 3 Ps. Like, Pat, I'll take the 3 Ps. Just giving me options.
I like Mike's thinking about it.
And I'm trying to think of the last time it happened, and it was not long ago, gents.
And it wasn't bad, was it?
No, it was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, everybody loves going out, ripping beers with the boys, watching sports. But it's always like, or you could just smoke weed, eat pizza, and get... It's like, sorry, boys.
You coming out, man? I got a 3P weekend. Like, understood.
Yeah.
Talk to you Monday.
I mean, 2 Ps are easy.
Man. You know what? Just give me the 1 P and I'll forego. I need a pizza at the pot. I'm good. Hello, Will. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
What's going on, guys?
Oh,
Listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a pretty good mood killer story.
Cool.
So basically, I started seeing this girl. In my opinion, the hottest chick I'd ever been with in my life. So I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be everything, right? I was trying to impress her. We go on a date. We come back to my place. We're kind of doing a thing, right? And. We start stripping down and all doing our thing. And, being the gentleman I am, I go first, right? So start doing my thing. And I didn't know. She didn't say anything. Like, she smelled great, right? You go on those dates with girls and they just smell phenomenal, right? Mm-hmm. And I was kind of doing my thing. And all of a sudden I feel like spiciness, like on my lips, on my face, everything. And I'm down by her thighs, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to power through it. She apparently had put on like this toning or tightening lotion. I had an allergic reaction to it.
Oh no! How bad of a reaction?
But it was super slow and onsetting. And like when you eat really spicy wings and your lips are real hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that. And boy, was I doing everything in my power to try and truck through this, try and get through all of this with this girl. And I finally, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s. I've done this before. I finally just stopped. And I looked at her and I said, "What is on your skin?" And she's just like, "Well, she told me what it was." And I went and looked, and my face was like beet red. Because I was having some sort of reaction to it. And, we ended up dating for the next year. It kind of turned into a funny moment. We just kind of call it spicy lotion. Yeah. But for, the first date, nothing happened. Nothing. Nada. I just looked at her. I was like, this is the worst, whatever you have on. I can't. I literally cannot do this. I felt like I was on an episode of Hot Ones.
Right.
Oh, no. I was just like, what is on? What are you wearing, lady?
So did she stop using it?
I don't know what it's called. I don't know, but now, no joke, if I'm on a date with a gal, I strip, I will ask first thing, do you have any kind of lotion on?
That sound like a TSA agent in there. Do you have any weird lotions?
It's a weird question.
Anything I know about it? An allergic reaction. She was spicy. Wow.
Who or what killed the mood? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Wyatt. Welcome to the men's room.
Boom, bitches.
Hola.
How y'all gentlemen doing today?
We're doing
Excellent.
well. Thank you, man.
Right on. Well, I'll get to it. So, probably like 10 years ago, I don't know, in my early 20s. Anyways, I was hooking up with this chick, and, unbeknownst to me, she told me the whole time that her and her ex were done. And so anyways, we're at this party one night, and we leave. And apparently that was the night her ex got back from Alaska because he was like a fisherman or something like that. Anyways, yeah, we get back to my crib, and, things start getting hot and heavy. And, as I'm just, doing the do, I look to my right, and this guy, dude, man, he must have been so high on coke because I saw these beady little eyes just staring through my window.
Oh.
Next thing, man, a fist just comes flying through my window, just shatters it. And then I hop up, like, what the hell is going on? Like, oh, my God. And then so this dude kicks my door in. It smashes me in the face. I'm butt-ass naked, and I grab my knife. I had to fight this dude off with a knife while he's just screaming at me and all this. And, I never, took a stab at him because I was like, you know what, you both leave. And I kicked them both out. And, they're still together this day.
Oh, love. That's a love story.
So were they even exes?
Man, that's the question I've had on my mind all these years.
I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm. I think he was just gone for a stretch.
So you were basically in a naked knife fight.
Oh yeah, well I was naked. He was fully clothed.
I just feel like he has the advantage.
It's a stressful situation if you're popping a Woody with a knife, wondering what the hell to do.
So wait. So they're still together? Do you see these people on occasion?
I try my best to avoid them.
Okay, that is fair.
Wow. Okay.
Damn. How do you guys know each other? Oh, I was naked and he tried to beat my ass when I was having sex with this girl.
One more quick one I thought about.
All right.
I dated this girl, and she had a protruding mole on her back that was about the size of a silver dollar. Now, this thing was raised up like a mountain range, all right? It was everything from brown to black to a little bit of blue.
So it's like a giant raisin.
If you could see this every day, you would have it taken care of.
Sure.
But because it was in the middle of her back, so I remember I put my arms around her at one point in time, and I feel this thing. The hairs that were coming out of it were so thick and coarse, it was like trees. I mean, they were big, thick, long. I mean, it was in the middle of her back. There's no way she could have done it.
What did she look like?
She was all right, but I mean, just like, I mean, like anytime you brush that mole, or like if she would go, back facing me, he's like, just looking at her like, the hell is that thing, man? Like, it's not a birthmark. It's like because I mean, it was like it's like a quarter-inch above her skin, all bumpy and lumpy. I couldn't stop staring at it. I'm dead serious. I was fixated, and the hairs that were coming out of it kind of looked like a granddaddy long leg with a big body.
Yeah. And that's what you remember about it.
Yep. That's the only thing I remember. I hope she's gotten that thing removed. Somebody had to do. I mean, how does that not irritate with the bra strap?
Yeah,
something. Anyway, 10 best rock covers by women coming up. We'll sit and span in. We got your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Yeah, man. The cops was chasing me on foot like for a mile, man.
And you were naked at the time?
As the day is long, Playboy.
Oh, word. How did you get away with it?
Well, I had to find a place to blend in, man.
Where does one go to blend in when they're naked?
Walmart, man.
Of course.
Guys, the cameras are rolling.
Roll the open.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, for the 40th year in a row, 98% of Americans who understand the metric system are drug dealers. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. It was brought to our attention that the cameras were rolling before the start of our program, and so some of you may have overheard a private conversation between myself and Felix.
Why you gotta bring it up, man?
Well, as a trusted news source, I just feel that we should be honest and transparent with our audience.
Man, don't nobody care about what we were talking about before the show, man.
Actually, a lot of viewers are sending in emails about it. They have lots of questions. Alfonso in Houston wants to know why Felix was running from the police.
Because the police were chasing me, man, and if I'd have walked, they'd have caught me.
Lisa in Orlando wants to know why Felix was naked.
Because, Lisa in Orlando, I'd already been arrested, girl, and the cops was about to do a cavity search.
That's when they look in your butt.
Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, damn.
I hate to even ask, but what did they find in your derriere?
Nothing, Playboy. The cops left the door open, so I took off running, man.
That's about the point in your story where the camera started rolling. You were running naked from police before you disappeared into a Walmart.
Yeah, the cops walked right by me, and when the coast was clear, I snuck out the back and walked home. It was crazy, man.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, man, I was in my early 40s.
How old are you now?
In my early 40s.
I admit that I had an unpleasant interaction with law enforcement myself in my late teens.
You.
You don't have to say it like that. I used to have a wild streak.
You.
Yes, Felix, me, Stone Ledbetter.
Okay, Playboy, what did you do in your late teens?
Well, I'm not proud to admit this, but when I was 19, I was pulled over for driving
drunk.
No, I was not driving drunk. I was driving
a stolen vehicle.
No, Felix, I was neither drunk nor in a stolen vehicle. I was driving... Boy, this is embarrassing. I was driving with a broken taillight.
Is it embarrassing because it's so lame?
Okay, it wasn't running naked through a Walmart after a failed cavity search, but breaking the law is breaking the law.
Even if you do it by accident. An ex-boyfriend of mine found that out the hard way.
What did he do?
He shot a Yeti.
Yeti as in Bigfoot? Your boyfriend shot Bigfoot?
My ex-boyfriend, yeah. And it's illegal to shoot a Yeti.
Seriously?
In the state of Washington it is. And that's where we were camping when he accidentally shot him.
Your ex-boyfriend accidentally shot a Sasquatch.
Right in the face. We thought it was a bear or something, but it was Bigfoot. That's when we found out that it's a $10,000 fine and 5 years in prison.
How long ago did this happen?
3 years ago. My ex has 2 more years.
Okay, this is just getting worse. Let's just go to break. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take their license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think their license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing the car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Got the 10 best rock covers by women coming up as we'll sit and spin, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Had a couple on our question, who or what killed the mood? What killed the mood? Oh boy, where do I begin? I was dating a wild woman years back. When it came time for the time, she suggested the old-fashioned switcheroo, you know, where your heads go different directions. Not my normal go-to, but definitely wasn't going to turn it down. She was on top when she finished there. She tensed her entire body up while she was hooking me up at the same time. She bit down on the captain's helmet, broke the skin. I panicked and threw her off, grabbing myself, and ran out of the room. I was afraid she gave me a second circumcision. Luckily, although she did, in fact, break the skin, I was still intact. Had to wear a few Band-Aids for a couple days, but healed fine, and the captain is battle-hardened. Have a good one, gents. That from Chris.
It's one of the captain's favorite moves. I like women with big teeth.
Older fellas, I was about 21. Met a friend of a friend at an after party. We snuck into a bedroom and started fooling around. Home dude took his pants off, and just then, someone was leaving, and their headlights lit up the room. At that moment, I saw the biggest dong in my freaking life and started hysterically laughing. I told him there was no way that thing was going inside of anything of mine. Grabbed my clothes, walked out of the house in my bra and jeans while holding my shirt, and never saw King Kong dong again. Hope you had a great birthday, Steve. Cheers, fellas. That from Suzanne.
I appreciate it. I emailed her back and said, I don't remember that.
I just like that. Biggest one I've ever seen. Yo, happy birthday, dude.
Yeah. Clearly, not me.
Yeah. I like that she was like, nah.
Right.
I know, that's, nope. No, and, you know, if you're a guy, if a woman's going to laugh at your penis, you hope it's because it's so big. Right? Come on, man. It's one of two things. Either it is so small she's laughing or it's so big she's laughing. I hope it's because it's so big.
Yeah. Let's see here. We had a handicap room on a cruise.
I mean, you're right.
Neither one is awesome. No. I'm just saying, if she's going to laugh specifically at your penis, assuming it doesn't have like a Groucho Marx mustache or something, I'm hoping it's because it is so big.
Okay, but I still have the same problem, which is it's not getting me anywhere.
I think you're wrong. Because there's going to, look, as she starts spreading the word like, oh my God, it's just so big, I feel like there's a better chance that you might find a woman that says, hey, I've heard about you. Or if it's small, it's just a rumor and no one's interested in finding out.
I've only had a buddy laugh at it. And it was just because I had shaved all around. And like didn't trim, but like shaved.
Yeah.
When I was living in that house with all those dudes, and they were just like, Jesus Christ, man. They look like home plate. Oh, you got to trim kind of more around. All right.
We had a handicap room on a cruise. The emergency button was right by the bed. During relations, one of us hit it, which caused the alarm to trigger and security to show up on our room. We didn't realize what was going on until they barged in the room, assuming there was an emergency. Let's see. I made a chick laugh. She accidentally farted on me. She was so embarrassed that it killed the mood. Another. This happened to me about 20 years ago when I was with my ex-girlfriend. What killed the mood was when she told me she wanted to wait until marriage before she sleeps with me. Here's another. My girlfriend, now wife, were in an apartment getting busy on the couch, which was right by the door. I happened to be standing in front of the door when a couple of Mormon missionaries knocked. Kind of startled me, and I was done. And no, I did not answer the door. That from Robert. Kids out for the night, so my wife and I decided to have a couple of drinks, and we're getting busy on the couch. Our dog would not leave us alone. Tried to make her stay on the ground, but she kept jumping up on the couch. And at one point, while I was on top of my wife, she was licking my butt. Maybe some people are into that, but that was a mood killer for me. Went up to the bedroom and left the dog outside and shut the door. But then she kept scratching on the door. We thought we had a night to ourselves, but damn that dog. Made it hard to focus.
Yeah, the cat scratched out the door before.
The worst for me is if I hear the dog licking her.
Oh yeah,
the pooch cooch. It's
cleaning it up.
I cannot hear anything else when that's like. Stop it,
Miles. What was your dog that did it all the time?
Honey.
Oh God.
I think, man, that thing was so clean you could brush your hair in it. I mean, it's like it was a mirror.
Because we all had to live with that dog for a while and just be like, Honey, stop it.
But she would go to. I mean, for a long.
That's all that dog
long
liked,
time.
Mike. Was that, and then one year at Easter, I bought a ham, and we were taking out the trash. This dog was very docile. That dog latched onto the trash bag, to the ham.
Right.
Stay here.
I was like, Jesus.
Ham in her own vagina.
Same difference.
There, I mean, like that was it.
Beef or bacon. I'll tell us. In my senior year of high school, my girlfriend and I were getting a little frisky, and she went to unzip my pants. Unfortunately, my bird got caught in the zipper.
Oh!
When I tell you I'd rather eat a fistful of wasabi than go through that again, I'm not kidding. Absolutely ruined the night for me. It took about a week before we did anything again.
Yep.
Another time where we were out on some abandoned railroad tracks and getting crazy. Then she suddenly starts shaking her hand, which had been lying in a hill of biting ants.
Oh.
Only in this case, we just moved somewhere else and continued with the deed because she was tougher than me. And I've been bit, there would have been curtains. Keep rocking, gentlemen. Mom listens to the show, so I'm not going to share my name at this time. Time for a few birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
All the guys want to wish my brother Alan a very happy birthday. He has been a middle child his whole life, so can he please get a your penis is too small, a bong rip, and Mike Hogg doing his best cattle auctioneer impersonation. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for keeping us on the rails. That from Stone Fury.
Cattle's a bit of a different beast. I'm just going to give it what I got, man. Here, 25, I got a bit 35, down 45, down 40, 44, down 45, down $50, $50, 55. There you go. Sound it.
Gentlemen, I was hoping you could give my boy RJ a shout out today. He's 37 years old, great friend, husband, and a father of two beautiful little girls. How about a huge bong rip?
But he has 3 daughters.
Yeah, a couple you like that, so maybe some dad jokes for Miles. Thanks, guys. That from Jason.
2 beautiful little girls.
Oh, damn, man.
And you got 3, but 2 of them, you know.
You like that? You like that?
Guys, when my girlfriend got pregnant, a lot of things changed.
Oh, yeah?
My name, phone number, address. My girlfriend asked why I never buy her flowers. I told her I didn't know she sold flowers. What TV show has over a dozen Emmys and 1 Oscar?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Nice.
By the way, Mary is no longer a virgin.
Oh, yeah?
Now that Chuck Norris is in heaven. And what is the best thing about having Alzheimer's?
What's that?
Never having to watch a rerun.
Hey, Chuck.
Get it done.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Yes, friends.
Yeah, man. The cops was chasing me on foot like for a mile, man.
And you were naked at the time?
As the day is long, Playboy.
Oh, word. How did you get away with it?
Well, I had to find a place to blend in, man.
Where does one go to blend in when they're naked?
Walmart, man.
Of course.
Guys, the cameras are rolling.
Roll the open.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, for the 40th year in a row, 98% of Americans who understand the metric system are drug dealers. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. It was brought to our attention that the cameras were rolling before the start of our program, and so some of you may have overheard a private conversation between myself and Felix.
Why you gotta bring it up, man?
Well, as a trusted news source, I just feel that we should be honest and transparent with our audience.
Man, don't nobody care about what we were talking about before the show, man.
Actually, a lot of viewers are sending in emails about it. They have lots of questions. Alfonso in Houston wants to know why Felix was running from the police.
Because the police were chasing me, man, and if I'd have walked, they'd have caught me.
Lisa in Orlando wants to know why Felix was naked.
Because, Lisa in Orlando, I'd already been arrested, girl, and the cops was about to do a cavity search.
That's when they look in your butt.
Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, damn.
I hate to even ask, but what did they find in your derriere?
Nothing, Playboy. The cops left the door open, so I took off running, man.
That's about the point in your story where the camera started rolling. You were running naked from police before you disappeared into a Walmart.
Yeah, the cops walked right by me, and when the coast was clear, I snuck out the back and walked home. It was crazy, man.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, man, I was in my early 40s.
How old are you now?
In my early 40s.
I admit that I had an unpleasant interaction with law enforcement myself in my late teens.
You.
You don't have to say it like that. I used to have a wild streak.
You.
Yes, Felix, me, Stone Ledbetter.
Okay, Playboy, what did you do in your late teens?
Well, I'm not proud to admit this, but when I was 19, I was pulled over for driving a...
Drunk?
No, I was not driving drunk. I was driving...
A stolen vehicle?
No, Felix, I was neither drunk nor in a stolen vehicle. I was driving... Boy, this is embarrassing. I was driving with a broken taillight.
Is it embarrassing because it's so lame?
Okay, it wasn't running naked through a Walmart after a failed cavity search, but breaking the law is breaking the law.
Even if you do it by accident. An ex-boyfriend of mine found that out the hard way.
What did he do?
He shot a Yeti.
Yeti as in Bigfoot? Your boyfriend shot Bigfoot.
My ex-boyfriend, yeah. And it's illegal to shoot a Yeti.
Seriously?
In the state of Washington it is. And that's where we were camping when he accidentally shot him.
Your ex-boyfriend accidentally shot a Sasquatch.
Right in the face. We thought it was a bear or something, but it was Bigfoot. That's when we found out that it's a $10,000 fine and 5 years in prison.
How long ago did this happen?
3 years ago. My ex has 2 more years.
Okay, this is just getting worse. Let's just go to break. We'll be back next hour.
returns with Miles and Thrill.
Good time.
Wow.
Coming up, it's a 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. We do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on. Alarms are going off.
Jesus whiz.
Well,
the first thing I'm not working on there, Miles, apparently our elevators have a little bit of an issue. You guys good?
Yeah, I'm going to toast them coming up.
Okay.
It was
push the elevator doors open manually.
We ripped
Force
them open ourselves.
with our hands, and then jumped the hell out of them.
Oh, my God.
And then it went boom, 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 and fell again.
Oh my God.
Did you tell the building?
Yeah, there were two guys out there, like, the one guy's like,
But they don't know they're not elevator repairmen, they're security
guards.
So they did not get the door open. We did. Finally, Miles just looks at me. He has one door, I have the other. We just kind of rip it open.
them apart.
We're about 2-3 feet above the floor. Just jumped out, the door slammed.
All of a sudden, the door just slams shut and drops again. I was like, God damn it.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Because I was like, hey, man, do you have your phone on? He's like, nope. I'm like, I don't either. So look, I would have just done the show from the elevator.
Sure.
But then the worst part is, as we're standing there, like, are you effing kidding me? Then this alarm starts going off in it. Just this constant buzz. And I'm like, can they at least turn that off? The answer is no. So we're just standing there looking at each other. It's like,
Who answers?
The guy at the front desk. So we call out. He's like,
the Slayer.
Security. We're like, yeah, man, we're stuck in elevator 4. It dropped. We don't know exactly where we're at, but we're very close to the lobby. We know that, right? And he's like, okay, hold on. And we can hear him talking on the other side. But I mean, honestly, they don't know what to do. They're not elevator
How'd you get back up?
Oh, we
got on a different elevator.
Different elevator.
Oh.
Jeez, a whiz.
Well, they shut the entire bank down.
Well,
so the one side shut down, right? And so we have 6 elevators that will come up to this floor. The 3 on the one side where ours took an S, they
now
just shut them down.
Yeah. Good work, boys.
But it's so funny. We climbed out of there, and the looks on their faces like, we don't know what we're doing.
They saw us jump out.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on?
And you guys didn't get your cigarette, did you?
We did.
Oh, you got it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, new numbers indicate that many women these days don't want to have kids.
Well, sure. They're expensive.
Right.
They're terrorists.
They're noisy, right. They change your life. They
They're
remove your
terrorists
entire
that
freedom.
you love. That is what
child
they
care
are.
is not cheap.
Right.
Nothing is.
All that stuff.
Right.
Right. It's one of those things like my wife was working at one point, and I'm like, but your entire salary goes to pay for child care.
Yeah.
So in that case, we're still just living on my salary. Hang out with the kids.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, honestly.
I'm doing what I do, and I still don't know how people manage having kids. I have no idea how they get it done.
I don't know. So my general approach, and I'm not kidding, is I don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Right? I know things are getting paid, and I hear my wife bitching about the cost of something. I'm like, I don't want to know. Just
that's right.
Because if I find out how much my kids actually cost me, I'll probably lose my mind.
Yeah. Speaking of which, men's junk food habits can wreck their fertility, according to a new study.
Do they say what junk foods?
No, it just says their junk food habits.
So this is the way you just keep your wife from getting pregnant, see?
There you go. Just
eat more junk food, guys.
With guys, it's always like fertility or impotence, all right? If it's fertility, it's like, nah.
Exactly.
But I could still have pleasurable okay.
You guys know those little eye floaters that roll across your vision from time to time?
Yeah.
Of course.
They look like little amoebas or whatever.
Yeah. Well, now doctors are saying that if you see too many of them in a short period of time, you may want to get those things checked out. They've been linked to a much higher risk of retinal tear.
I mean, I would assume if you see a bunch of, like, it startles you if you see it, period. So if you're seeing it all the time, something's probably wrong.
I would think you would know that.
Right.
You know, just like every once in a while you wake up, I don't know, your knee is sore. If it's constantly sore every day, like, there's something wrong.
You ever clock somebody who's found an eye floaty? You're just sitting across from them at a bar or something like that, and all of a sudden you just kind of see their eyes just start moving.
Oh, yeah.
Back and forth.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. You're just juggling that thing.
I never knew what it was when I was a little kid. I was like, this is so cool. I wonder if anyone else sees this.
Right. What are you?
Yeah.
Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I do give you guys a 70% chance on this one. We're back. We are back, okay?
Are we?
It is a noun brought to you by the letter C. Be nice. It's used to refer to various rhythmic or repeated motions, activities, or patterns of sound, or to the way a person's voice changes by gently rising and falling while they are speaking.
And it's a C word.
C word. Various rhythmic or repeated motions, activities, or patterns of sound, or the way a person's voice changes by gently rising and falling while they are speaking. Sometimes it also has to do with the speed. You've heard of this before.
That's inflection to some degree.
Yeah.
Man, you gave a 70% chance. I don't know.
I know, now the pressure's on.
Mainly on the rhythm portion of it. You hear this a lot when it comes to percussion. They have a
cadence.
There you go.
All right.
Good job, Miles.
Okay. But it said football?
Oh, yeah, it's in football as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Know your audience, Mike.
Band geek, Ted.
The strings guy, dude. You know that.
Apparently, your walking pattern can help doctors catch a deadly brain disease earlier.
Okay, well, what is that pattern?
I don't know.
So, dude, I got a physical coming up. Be like, Doc, get to the end of the hall. I'm going to walk towards you. Just tell me what's wrong.
Check this.
No blood taken.
My wife ran out of store like 3 weeks ago, and we had not been to that store in about 3 years, all right? But the owner of the store, we walk in, and I had a question, and she's like, I remember you bought blank, And I'm thinking, oh, she listens to the show. She's like, no, I recognized you as soon as you walked in. Keep in mind, my back was to her. She's like, I recognized your walk. Oh, that's interesting. It's been bugging me ever since.
What about my walk?
Well, we got in the car. I said to my wife, I'm like, do I walk funny? She's like, what do you mean? I said, do I walk funny? I said, this lady, she recognized me because of the way I walk. It's like, you don't walk funny, but you have a distinctive walk, which really doesn't help. So I've given up on it now. Like, I walk how I walk, but apparently I'm very distinctive. She says I bounce a lot.
Okay, let me give you this, though. Where our office is located, there is a long run of hard floor. And so you can hear people's shoes as they walk. Have you been able to figure out who it is coming down the hallway based on the way that their walk sounds?
One or two people I know, the way they walk sounds. There's two other people that they never come in without carrying a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
So if I hear like bags bouncing, I'm like, I know who that is, right? That's about it. Why, do you know my walk?
No, I don't know your walk.
Okay.
I don't know yours.
Apparently it's...
Remember when VD was walking around here? I knew his walk.
I knew his walk for sure.
Plus he wore boots.
About to say, he wore those big old boots. And,
so it was easier to hear.
Right. And he walked with purpose. He walked...
I had an urban cowboy on my 6 last night leaving the store.
Urban cowboy.
Well, just he's wearing boots and like I was like, I could hear him. So then I sped up. And I was like, is he speeding up?
Is he following me?
Yeah.
What you want, Walker?
Well, it's one of those odd things where you're both walking to the third row of cars and we were parked like next to each other.
Okay.
I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, why is this cowboy? Am I walking too slow? What's your deal, dude? Yeah.
Researchers say...
Back off, cowboy.
Researchers say virgin olive oil improves your cognitive function.
Well, olive oil is the best one, they say.
Yeah.
As far as using oils.
Okay.
So, keep it virgin and it's going to help your brain.
Keep it virgin.
I thought we were on avocado oil now.
I mean,
that was for a different purpose. It's not about your brain, Ted. I can't remember why we were on avocado.
Just good fatty oil.
Is there non-virgin olives?
I mean, there's non-virgin olive oil. And
how do olives have sex?
It's not about the olives, I don't think.
That sexy pit.
Virgin olive oil is produced solely through mechanical means, crushing and pressing without the use of heat, chemicals, or solvents. Where's regular olive oil? I don't know.
I don't know why either. It works. I just didn't know if it was a sales pitch.
Virgin oils are not treated with heat or chemical agents to remove defects or alter the chemical structure.
But then, where do you go from like virgin to like what is
extra virgin?
Yeah, extra virgin.
The highest grade with 0.8% or less acidity, superior taste, and zero sensory defects, as is described in there's an oliveoil.com article.
It loses the virgin when Chuck Norris uses it.
Yes, he just has olive oil.
He just has olive oil. Apparently, sepsis rates are up.
Cool. I was hoping they would be.
Sepsis.
From what? Do we know what is going on?
No.
And we just like, put a rusty nail in your water,
because
son.
the little subheadline was like, and no, it's not COVID. So I was like, well, we've knocked that one off.
Cool. It's only one of 1 million other things.
So now I know what it's not. Let me ask you guys a question. Are there certain actors who make you immediately lose interest in a movie or a TV show?
Yes.
I just won't watch them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there anybody specifically that comes to mind when you think of, here's a trailer that comes up, and as soon as you see this guy, this gal show up, it's like, I'm not going to go see that movie.
You know what? Sadly, probably The Rock. And I like Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
I just know what the movie's going to be.
You know exactly what the movie's going to be.
I know he did that new movie, and I will check that out, the wrestling movie.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
The Smashing Machine.
There you go.
That's not wrestling.
What is it, MMA?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had the original version on VHS.
Mm-hmm. Humble brag.
Well, I mean, it was right. It's a crazy story about that guy.
But then there's some people like, I'll watch the movie and I know it's going to suck, like Jason Statham, right?
Okay.
I will never go to the theater and spend money on his movie. But late night cable, I just want to see a guy say something badass, not smile, shoot, and beat people up like action movies. So I will, and they're never bad, but they're never good.
Right. You know what you're going to get with a Jason Statham.
I know exactly what it's going to be, and I love it every time.
Have you seen the guy that pitched the idea to Jason Statham that there should be an action movie called The Librarian?
No.
Jason Statham is literally a librarian, and people are just being too loud. He just walks over. I told you people to be quiet.
Just beat the hell out,
That's right.
shooting people.
Exactly.
Your book's late.
But you know what? There's a whole bunch of those.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So people online are sharing who gives them the ick. And I'm going to give you guys the actor, the actress, and we can just decide whether or not we think that they're going to be in a good movie or not.
I would say on the other end, if Matt Damon and Affleck are in it together, I'm watching it.
That's a good call.
Okay.
Especially the duo.
Yeah.
Them solo, Matt Damon is fine solo, Ben Affleck, nah. But if they're together, I'm with you. That's going to be a good flick.
All right.
Number 10 on the list. You're watching the movie trailer, and then all of a sudden you see it starring Chris Pratt.
I mean, look, he had Guardians of the Galaxy, but to me, it's not. I know he was the main star, but it's like you're taking that's something that was already legendary. It's whether or not they make the movie well. You kind of have nothing to do with it, and he did a good job.
Well, and he was more or less his character from Parks and Rec, too.
He's always the same character.
Yeah.
So
Jurassic World, right?
Yeah, but you're still kind of the same character.
Right, he's still a bit of a wise ass.
He wouldn't turn me off, but it definitely does not get me excited.
This just says his face is starting to look like it's made of wood.
Yeah, there's some of that. What was the movie he just put out that flopped? Mercy? Was that the name of it?
Okay. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, I want to say it came out earlier this year. It's like he's a cop. He has 90 minutes to convince like an AI judge or jury that he's innocent of killing his wife. Spoiler alert, he didn't kill her. Now, I want to be clear. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
And I can already tell you, he didn't kill his wife, and he figures it out in 89 minutes. Right? You see the trailer, I'm like, all right.
You're watching the movie trailer, and then Pete Davidson shows up. Are we going to watch it?
Maybe.
I'm in. Honestly,
Maybe.
I like Pete Davidson.
I don't know if I've seen a movie of his.
He was, King of Staten Island was his movie?
Yeah.
I never watched it.
Neither did I.
I know he's doing stand-up down at, I saw this billboard on Emerald Queen Casino.
All right.
Oh, nice.
His stand-up's good.
I'd go see his stand-up. I just don't know anything about his movies.
You know what?
But
now
if
that
we said it's a Pete Davidson movie, I would listen to hear what
And my only complaint about him, when he was on SNL, he just played himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is fine. But he never broke Pete Davidson. He's just Pete Davidson.
Correct.
He was never any other character. He was just himself.
He's kind of one of those actors that shows up and he's just going to be Pete Davidson in this movie, in this particular scenario. Aquafina.
I know her name. I don't know enough about her.
I gotta say, I really like Crazy Rich Asians. I watched it on a flight. I thought it was a good movie.
But, okay, so the movie's good, but is she good in it? You know what I mean? Okay.
She's funny. Again, I don't really have feelings. That's probably the only thing I've seen her in, other than like doing some comedy stuff. But
Right. She was in that Nicolas Cage Dracula movie. What was it? Renfeld or something like that. And I thought she did a great job.
Is that movie any good?
It's a Nicolas Cage movie.
Playing Dracula.
Exactly. And he doesn't take himself too seriously. It's fine.
He needs to continue to not take himself seriously, and it's more likely I would enjoy his movies.
No, he needs to take himself seriously. The movie needs to not take him seriously.
Oh, okay.
Ben Stiller. If Ben Stiller shows up in that trailer, are you watching it?
Maybe. After Tropic Thunder, I'm like, all right, man.
Well, also, he's taking a break. He's not like every single 6 months with a new movie.
Yeah, he was on a heater there for a while, and there was a lot of good films.
Oh, yeah.
Meet the Parents was awesome.
Something about
Zoolander.
I don't disagree with this take. They say he's always almost funny, but doesn't quite make it.
I would agree, but I think he knows that because it seems like in his movies, he surrounds himself with people that are very funny.
Yes.
So even though his character's like 90% funny, but not completely, it still works because all of the characters around him are. Look, he put Chris Elliott in Something About Mary.
All right.
Right. Chris Elliott's ridiculous. You laugh as soon as you see the guy. So, like, no matter what else is going on, you're going to chuckle.
I think he's a good writer, and I think he can whip a cast.
Yeah, right. Better writer than performer.
Yeah. And he's not bad at performing, but he's very much a B character.
He does get. I wouldn't say he gives me the ick. I just think he'd be kind of annoying as a person.
Yes, I agree.
Like his movies are funny.
I like your movies. You just suck.
Well, he just seems like there's some of those people that are just naturally funny and can play funny roles. He seems like he'd be like kind of highfalutin funny.
I got
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Takes him some effort to actually be funny.
Are these actors box office poison? You're watching the movie trailer, and then all of a sudden you see starring Julia Roberts.
Nope, not interested.
Just the roles she picks.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sure she's a fine actress.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those deals where And look, credit to her. She knows what she's doing. She understands the movie she's going to make, but so do I. So I'm out.
Everything feels forced and showy. It's like watching an alien trying to play a human being.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
And I haven't disliked things that I've watched, but I have seen a lot of trailers that I have zero interest in watching that have her in it.
That's the thing. It's not that I dislike her. I just have zero interest in anything she does.
You know, I know that it's a classic movie, Pretty Woman. I have no interest in watching that movie.
Don't.
Yeah.
Right?
No. It's
My old man
it's
liked
not
Aaron
good.
Brockovich when I was growing up. I didn't.
Well, he
I
probably knows the story.
Yeah, true enough.
Right? So you go like, all right. But again, yeah.
I mean, she did have a hell of a run.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. She's laughing her way all the way to the bank.
With all 400 teeth.
Dakota.
Oh, what about Speed? That's not her.
That's not her. That was Sandra Bullock.
Ride the bench.
Yeah, exactly. You're proving our point. She was great in Speed. She wasn't in it.
Take a playoff,
Point taken.
Take a knee. Dakota Johnson.
I have zero interest in anything she does.
She literally has one note, and it's monotone. If she was a color, she would be beige.
Damn. Even beige is like, hey.
Damn fine body, though.
Oh, she's good looking. I mean, she's a Hollywood actress.
Yeah. 50 Shades Grey.
I'm not sure I've seen her movies.
Honestly, if you don't take it too seriously, the 50 Shades of Grey movies are a ride. They are crazy fun. You can't take it seriously. You can't take it seriously. But if you let yourself go into it, it is a wild ride. And you get to see your boobs a lot. So
I mean, to me, that's the entire appeal of that movie.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I
It
do
makes
want
no
to see her
sense.
boobs. I just don't want to watch you act.
I don't want to see her acting.
Yeah.
I think it sucks. Are these actors box office poison? Kevin Hart. All he does is yell, and it feels like every scene he's in is only about him. See, and I've been around Kevin Hart haters. I'm not one of them. I actually like it. I like his shtick.
I mean, look, I can understand where they're coming from. Where it's like, you know exactly how his character's going to be.
Yeah.
I guess for lack of a better way to
He's
put
going
it.
to talk very fast. He's going to talk at a very high pitch.
He's going to yell, but I find him funny.
I do too.
Yes.
Some of his movies are awesome.
Right?
What's the one with him and Will Ferrell, where Will Ferrell has to go to jail?
Oh shoot! Come on,
Yeah, but
Get Hard or something like that.
Yes, Get Hard. God, that's a good movie.
Is it funny?
Oh, it is. You never seen it?
No.
Oh, you got to see it.
I
It's
started, but I
hilarious.
never was able to get through it. I got distracted with something. I got pulled away for a reason, and I never picked it back up. But I wanted to watch
it's
it.
pretty. And look, I love Kevin Hart, like his stand-up and everything. Sometimes with the movies, it's just, I think, it's just him and The Rock all the time.
Speaking of which, The Rock comes in at number 3.
Okay. Well, you know what it's going to be.
All of his movies are kind of the same at the core. Since his contracts say that he's not allowed to lose, you know that he's always going to win in the end, no matter how bad it looks.
He has a contract that he can't lose.
I guess.
Brother, look, man, you're an actor, quote unquote. So, to me, at that point, you got to let your ego go.
I'm with
Right? You're already an actor. Just sometimes lose. It's fine.
Yeah.
Jeez, even Rocky lost on his own goddamn movie. It's named after him.
The Rock is getting raked over the coals on social media right now because the first images of
Did
the
you see it?
live action Moana came out.
Look, I didn't read the headline, okay? I saw a picture of Rock with long hair, and I thought it's just a fan effing around.
Right.
Like, this is what he looks like to look stupid. Then about an hour later, I'm scrolling through stuff. I was like, oh, like that's actually a promotional picture.
As one of the comments was, he still looks bald.
It is weird to put that much hair on him and still have that big of a forehead.
Right. Now, as much
just like Beyonce.
As much as we had just mentioned that they're just doing stuff together all the time, I will say, The Rock and Kevin Hart, I loved Central Intelligence. That was one of the funniest doggone movies I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, I like that. Look, it's not their fault. It's Hollywood's fault. They just keep pushing the same. Like,
Right.
God forbid, there's plenty of comedians that could probably do other movies.
Right.
Right?
I
Just
do like their bromance, though, man. They're funny together.
It is, but you just see it all the time. It's just like, all right.
Right. Right.
It's like Affleck and Damon.
You're watching up there. You got the trailer rolling, starring Kim Kardashian.
What would I be watching?
She's only got one movie.
And it stars Ray J. Has she been in a movie?
She's really not in it that much.
She shows up. She doesn't star in anything, but she shows up in a lot of things.
I mean, she's wooden as a human being. Whatever else you might think of her, even when you do interviews, well, her heart's in the right place. She's just dumb, and there's no personality at all.
And that's actually exactly what they say. She is so stiff and unnatural. I've never seen anyone do a bad job at playing themselves, but she's managed it.
If you ruin your own cameo, you really suck.
She's doing a good job of pissing off the rest of the world now.
Oh, what'd she do now?
She's dating Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, gosh.
One of the most famous. Lewis Hamilton's like arguably outside of like one of the best F1 drivers of all time.
Okay.
So now he's driving for Ferrari, but people are just like, oh, look, come on, Lewis, not her.
He's probably like, dude, look at that ass. Get off my case.
Right.
Look, we know it's not going to last. I'm getting this while I can.
Look, I'm with you, but my buddies are massive Lewis Hamilton fans, and she was pictured at a wedding dress shop in like Paris. And I'm like, oh no.
One final actor. Is this actor a box office poison? You're watching the movie, you look up there, starring Jared Leto.
I don't think he's box office poison. I think his agent picks terrible movies.
I think it's both.
Really?
I think he's a weird human being.
He is. He's weird. He is weird.
And I think he chooses weird ass roles. And
But you can look, Jeff Goldblum, who someone on YouTube does not like, but it's like, look, he's weird. He's always going to be a little weird, but he still puts some acting behind it, if you know what I mean.
He's just a very flamboyant actor.
He's
He's just a very expressive actor, and he is kind of an odd character.
If you don't like Jared Leto, just watch American Psycho.
I know. And it was weird to me that was him that was in that movie.
I think he played that role perfect.
He did. But that's probably the best acting I've seen out of him.
But what movies he put out?
He's played a rich a-hole.
He was the Joker. You remember he played the Joker in that pile of garbage?
He did, right? That didn't help. Wasn't he just in Tron?
Yep.
Right.
That's actually what that
says. Doesn't help.
I still remember my interest in Tron Ares just completely dissipating the moment I saw him in the trailer.
Here's my thing with Jared Leto. I have no opinion of his acting one way or another, but knowing the roles that he picks, I'm like, if he's in the movie's going to suck. Was he Morbius or
yes,
whatever that thing Marvel was trying to put something out? And as soon as I saw he had the lead role, I'm like, it's going to suck.
And it crashed.
He does have some movies though I really like. Right, like you ever see Lord of War?
No,
didn't see it.
Was he Train Spotting?
No. That's all. Like. Was I gonna say Scottish?
Dude, right? Yeah, okay. Ewan McGregor and all that.
Gotcha.
Obi-Wan.
I feel like he was in a drug movie. I'm getting that wrong.
Jared Leto was in some terrible drug.
He was in Fight Club.
He was in Fight Club?
Requiem for a Dream. That
there
might be
you
the
go.
movie.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, but, and look, you're not wrong, but think how long ago those were versus where he's at now. You go like, dude, you had some good movies, at least very critically acclaimed movies, and now you just do.
Now you don't.
To be fair, I think it was Whoopi Goldberg 1,000 years ago, right? She won an Oscar for the movie Ghost.
Okay.
And after that, she started putting out all these crap movies. And someone asked her, and she said, look, man, I like acting. I have no control over whether or not the audience is going to like the movie. I don't know if they like Ghost. You just gave me an award, but she's like, I'm still going to do crap movies, and I might accidentally make a good one.
Respect.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Sister Act was good.
I loved Sister Act. That was hilarious. An officer in Indianapolis was arrested while she was at an investigation, Miles.
Why is that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve a Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And, man, the nominees for shot of the day have switched like 500 times today because we don't normally toast murderers, but that guy who's a quadriplegic, who's also the cornhole
professional
corn and has the championship and managed to shoot someone and managed to evade the cops. Like, my God. But we didn't go with him. Then I thought about...
Mike and I watched a video of him climbing a deer stand today with a rifle.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. If he had put his powers toward good instead of evil, he would be someone. Then I thought about our home address here, 800 Fifth Avenue, because the whole elevator thing we just went there is kind of... It was just weird, and then you realize how little anyone here knows what to do. And it's nobody's fault, but we don't have an elevator man in the building, so they're just kind of like, we're so glad you opened the doors yourselves. That was the sense that I got, because they had no idea. But instead, I'm going to go with a woman named Vinitra Skulka of Uttar Pradesh province in India. Now, what you need to know, that India has a serious pothole problem, and they're saying between 2020 and 2024, potholes have killed 9,500 people. The potholes are responsible for that many people's deaths. Now, last month, she was cleaning at her home and she fainted. She was rushed to the hospital. She is declared brain dead. The family kicked it around for about a month. Doctors could not do anything to get her back. So finally, the family, they pulled the plug. They made funeral arrangements, and they put her in the back of an ambulance. Ambulance hit one of these potholes. Her ass snapped awake, and she is now on the road to recovery.
Wow.
Think about it. She is brain dead, man. There's nothing for a month. The family finally says, look, there's nothing we can do. They said medically, there's nothing we can do. So they put her ass in this ambulance and drive her basically to the funeral home. They hit one of these big-ass potholes. She sits up like, hello, what the hell's going on?
Jesus.
Yeah, so, hey, nice to have you back. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
All right, just going to get tested online for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next. Did you guys?
Yeah, man. The cops was chasing me on foot like for a mile, man.
And you were naked at the time?
As the day is long, Playboy.
Oh, word. How did you get away with it?
Well, I had to find a place to blend in, man.
Where does one go to blend in when they're naked?
Walmart, man.
Of course.
Guys, the cameras are rolling.
Roll the open.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, for the 40th year in a row, 98% of Americans who understand the metric system are drug dealers. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. It was brought to our attention that the cameras were rolling before the start of our program, and so some of you may have overheard a private conversation between myself and Felix.
Why you gotta bring it up, man?
Well, as a trusted news source, I just feel that we should be honest and transparent with our audience.
Man, don't nobody care about what we were talking about before the show, man.
Actually, a lot of viewers are sending in emails about it. They have lots of questions. Alfonso in Houston wants to know why Felix was running from the police.
Because the police were chasing me, man, and if I'd have walked, they'd have caught me.
Lisa in Orlando wants to know why Felix was naked.
Because, Lisa in Orlando, I'd already been arrested, girl, and the cops was about to do a cavity search.
That's when they look in your butt.
Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, damn.
I hate to even ask, but what did they find in your derriere?
Nothing, Playboy. The cops left the door open, so I took off running, man.
That's about the point in your story where the camera started rolling. You were running naked from police before you disappeared into a Walmart.
Yeah, the cops walked right by me, and when the coast was clear, I snuck out the back and walked home. It was crazy, man.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, man, I was in my early 40s.
How old are you now?
In my early 40s.
I admit that I had an unpleasant interaction with law enforcement myself in my late teens.
You.
You don't have to say it like that. I used to have a wild streak.
You.
Yes, Felix, me, Stone Ledbetter.
Okay, Playboy, what did you do in your late teens?
Well, I'm not proud to admit this, but when I was 19, I was pulled over for driving a...
Drunk?
No, I was not driving drunk. I was driving...
A stolen vehicle?
No, Felix, I was neither drunk nor in a stolen vehicle. I was driving... Boy, this is embarrassing. I was driving with a broken taillight.
Is it embarrassing because it's so lame?
Okay, it wasn't running naked through a Walmart after a failed cavity search, but breaking the law is breaking the law.
Even if you do it by accident. An ex-boyfriend of mine found that out the hard way.
What did he do?
He shot a Yeti.
Yeti as in Bigfoot? Your boyfriend shot Bigfoot.
My ex-boyfriend, yeah. And it's illegal to shoot a Yeti.
Seriously?
In the state of Washington it is. And that's where we were camping when he accidentally shot him.
Your ex-boyfriend accidentally shot a Sasquatch.
Right in the face. We thought it was a bear or something, but it was Bigfoot. That's when we found out that it's a $10,000 fine and 5 years in prison.
How long ago did this happen?
3 years ago. My ex has 2 more years.
Okay, this is just getting worse. Let's just go to break. We'll be back next hour.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve the Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches. Happy Tuesday.
Hola. Happy Tuesday, Jordan. You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir, Mr. Thrill.
Fantastic. You have a choice today, one of 3 categories. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Animalize this, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, license to spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
I'm going to go interior decorating today.
All right, a man who had something crammed into his rectum when he was busted on drug charges has just cut a plea deal that resulted in his release from a Florida lockup. 52-year-old Walter Freimeyer. He pleaded no contest to possession of a meth pipe and threatening a sheriff's deputy. Felony drug charge was dropped by prosecutors as part of the negotiated plea deal. Now, he was arrested after cops responded to the report of a naked man inside of a Winter Haven Park bathroom. When officers first contacted him, who was fully clothed, he was carrying a gray lunchbox holding his meth pipe. What cops did not realize at the time was that Freimeyer had a surprise waiting for him in his butt. Now, with being booked into the Polk County Jail, he went through a full-body scanner designed to identify contraband like hidden drugs or weapons. Instead, correction workers spotted something unexpected inside of his body. Now, during treatment at a local hospital, the item was extracted. The discovery of the item, however, did not result in additional charges since it is not illegal to have it stashed in your body cavity. So basically, you put anything in your butt that you want as long as whatever you put in there is not an illegal thing, all right? So the question is, what did he have hidden in his backside? Was it a thermos? Was it a lighter? Was it an egg timer? Or was it an applesauce can? So thermos, lighter, egg timer, or applesauce can. What did they find in his backside?
I mean, I think the most logical, if he's got a meth pipe in his lunchbox, would have to be a lighter to light said meth pipe with.
Okay. I'm saying he's thirsty. I'm going thermos.
That's the other thing. I think lunchboxes come with thermoses. It's not in there.
Yeah.
I think it's in his lunchbox.
You're going to go thermos, too?
I am.
Okay, I'm joining you. All right, what did they find in this guy's backside? A thermos, lighter, egg timer, or applesauce can? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
KISW.
Categories: interior decorating on profile. This man had something in his backside while being booked into jail. They found him naked in a bathroom with a meth pipe.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thing is, whatever he had in his backside wasn't exactly an illegal item, so he didn't get charged with that, but he did get charged with the drugs. Question is, was there a thermos in his backside, a lighter, an egg timer, or an applesauce can?
And Jordan, the fact that we have to ask these questions says a lot about what's going on in this country right now. However, we did ask the question, and Jordan, you said, look, man, logically speaking, if the man had a meth pipe, he probably has a lighter because you got to light your meth. Jordan, this is where you went wrong. You thought logically about this. There's nothing wrong with your theory until you consider what it is we're talking about. That's all. I mean, it makes sense. And then Miles Montgomery and Ted Smith, you both agreed thermos based on the fact they had a lunchbox. Most lunchboxes come with thermoses.
Yeah.
Where Siri still has the thermos. He probably, like any normal person, just put it in his rectum. And you are correct.
That's amazing.
Brother, he's got a stretchy rectum. That's all I can...
How old was he?
Hang on. I'm not sure, actually. Does it say how old he was? Oh, wait. I think he's 52.
Yeah, that explains it.
I'm thinking you got to be like... thermos still.
Hey. Well, just the older you get as men, the bigger it gets.
Sure.
So, like...
He's thermosized now.
So you're saying I haven't made the biggest turd yet in my life?
No, but like I knew a couple girls that worked at like a Lover's.
Yeah.
So I was in there one night and I was like, these toys are massive. Like, who are the chicks to get these? And they're like, it's not chicks. It's usually dudes because after 40 or 45,
so older dudes are getting the big.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Hey, try it at home.
Hey, man, I'm of that age. AARP hasn't sent me anything about that.
Stanley's in there. Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Your choices today, you got the Jimmy.
Fallon and Kibble.
Seth Meyers. Colbert.
Steven.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title. These guys have teams of talents to write themselves and come up with monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine. Is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
A group of engineering students built a paralyzed man an all-terrain wheelchair so he could enjoy the outdoors once again. And since he's sponsored by Red Bull, he will now jump a river in it.
The Ted Smith.
Yeah.
All-terrain wheelchair. I like it.
Yeah. Minnesota is proposing a grandparents' happy hour bill that would let senior homes serve alcohol without a permit. Soon bouncers are going to be like, I don't know, you don't look 84. Fallon.
Minnesota is proposing a grandparents' happy hour bill that would let senior homes serve alcohol without a permit.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. Soon bouncers are going to be like, I don't know, you don't look 84.
Who cares?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I didn't know they need... Well, I guess if you have a premise and you're serving booze, right?
I told you my mom's building, they have a happy hour every day. You can get beer or wine. And then they have like a cabinet that you could put liquor in it if you want.
Yeah.
When announcing his retirement last week, New York Mets broadcaster Howie Rose said he hopes to still be involved in a limited capacity because, quote, letting go of the Mets isn't hard, it's impossible. If you think letting go of them is impossible, try rooting for them.
Fallon.
I'm going to go Seth.
While announcing his retirement last week, New York Mets broadcaster Howie Rose said he hopes to still be involved in a limited capacity because, quote, letting go of the Mets isn't hard, it's impossible. Oh, if you think letting go of them is impossible, try rooting for them.
You seen Mrs. Met lately?
No, they give her like big boobs or something. Just the way you said it, that's... But...
Oh, yeah.
They gave Mrs. Met a huge butt.
I don't know. Maybe the person playing her just has a bigger butt. They unveiled their food and somebody was like, get a load of Mrs. Met. Like, damn.
She has a baseball head, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But she has like female complexion.
But a baseball head.
I'm in on Mrs. Met. I was Googling. Kim Jong. What's that?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Kim Jong-un won his election by 99% of the vote in North Korea's election. Over there, that's called a nail biter. Kim was like, let's make it 99.9% because if it's 100, people might think it's rigged.
Kimmel?
Yeah, Kimmel.
Fallon.
Kim Jong-un just won 99.9% of the vote in North Korea's election. Over there, that's called a nail biter. Kim was like, make it 99.9 because if it's 100, people might think it's rigged.
And it's funny with Mrs. Met, there's not a lot of lady mascots.
There's not. No. And you pulled up Mrs. Met?
I did. So this one?
Whoa, Jesus. Mike's
What is
a
it?
good one. There you go. All right.
Oh. Okay.
Hang on, this is the one that I showed him.
Well.
So we all heard about last week about the Bachelorette, right? Taylor, Frankie, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So the season got canceled, right? Remember, they canceled that Thursday or Friday. That show was supposed to premiere on Sunday.
Sure.
So it's obviously a big deal. The video was bad, right? It's a domestic violence arrest. She's throwing chairs at the guy she's with. Her kids in the
bar
room.
stools.
Bar stools. One of them, I think, hits the kid. The kid's crying. So there's been a lot of back and forth on the internet about this, right? Like, look, I get why they canceled it.
Sure.
Domestic violence isn't good either way. And she's like, well, it was years ago. Like,
understood.
Right. But apparently she had a one-on-one date with a contestant, right? And he had asked her about this incident. The video, I don't think the video had come out yet, but the source says basically she had a full-fledged meltdown and stormed off the set. Like at this point, I think it's fair to say she might have some anger issues.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the video, you can say, well, it happened years ago. It's like, no one's disputing that. We're saying you got anger issues. You know why there's no videos of me doing that? Because it's just, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not the calmest, nicest guy in the world, but I don't know that I'll throw bar stools at my wife and ricochet them off of my child. Because no matter how mad you get, like, you put a limit on what you're going to do.
I don't know that I've thrown a chair, period.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Throwing, and also, everybody, stop throwing stuff. It's like a new thing. Everybody's throwing drinks at each other and throwing them on people, like in fights. Like, stop doing it. I know it's big in England too. They're always chucking beers and stuff at each other. Like, stop throwing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you, it's crazy to me, especially when you see it like in a restaurant or something. It's like, well, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, nothing good.
Yeah, right. And also, let's just be real, right? If it's two dudes, you want to agree to go fight outside, mutual combat, go outside, fight. Right, but throwing drinks on people working or somebody of the opposite sex, like, wait, come on, what are we doing here?
And to be honest with you, if you're really that angry, you'll fight inside. If you can take the time to go outside, you can take the time to clear your head. So don't.
Yeah, like,
that'd be my thing. Like, at the time it takes me to walk outside, like, even if I'm going to beat his ass, it's like you're still going to punch in the face. It's going to suck. Like, you know what, bro? How about this? I buy you a beer. We just go separate ways.
Yeah, right. And I get it, right? We lived in that house in Baltimore. There was plenty of holes punched in the wall, the drywall and stuff, right? People punch a pillow, but like, you throwing chairs? I don't know. And also, there's no real safe place to throw chairs.
No, not really.
Yeah,
no.
I like the idea of chucking one. All right, let's stick with fisticuffs and videos. Does anybody in here watch Reacher?
No. I've heard about his stuff going on, but I don't watch the show.
All right, so basically the story comes out, and the video you see is the actor, Alan Richardson, getting into a fight in a suburban neighborhood in Nashville on Sunday, right? Now all you see him doing is punching this dude.
Is the other guy big? Because that dude is not small.
Pretty decent-sized guy.
He is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the guy that plays Reacher, like, that's a large man, yeah.
Right. So he's not. So that guy came out. Obviously, the Reacher guy kind of got the best of him. I'll also say Alan Richardson had his two sons with him.
Okay.
So then a video came out yesterday. The neighbor's like, he was going up. He's on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's like, I ride motorcycles. He flipped me off. He was speeding up and down the street. But then another video came out from Richardson where you see this guy kind of stop him, kind of accost him, knock him off his bike. Apparently he had done it twice. And also, like, he's got his kids with him. They're not little kids. They're riding motorcycles. But it almost seems like maybe he's trying to teach them.
Sure.
Bottom line is this. I think I was looking at TMZ earlier today. They already came out. The cops investigated it, saw the footage, and were like, well, we're not charging him with anything because it seemed like the neighbor kind of instigated it. And the video I watched that he had, now granted, this is after the incident, but he's not going over 20 or 25. Most neighborhoods is 25.
Sure. Right.
It's the middle of the day. I have a feeling the neighbor just kind of lost it because they're motorcycles and they're loud.
Yeah.
Right? And they're, what do you know, Kawasaki, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, what do you call those bikes? Because they're not Harleys, they're not Indians.
The racing bikes, basically.
The dirt bikes or
no,
dual sports?
Let's call them crotch rockets.
Yeah, crotch rockets.
Yeah, crotch rocket.
Yeah. So they're loud bikes.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, again, and the helping me back this theory up is that the police didn't charge him with anything.
Right.
I think the neighbor was just annoyed with the sound of the bikes.
Probably.
And he's like, well, I ride a bike too. And it's like,
okay.
Yeah, the kids were on dirt bikes.
They were on dirt bikes.
Yeah, but Dad had a racer.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you see the video, it's like, I don't know.
Don't mess with the dad when he's with his kids. There's a very good chance they're going to try to beat your ass. It's just instinct. Like, I can even not have a problem with you, but at the point that I feel that my kids are threatened, like, bro, you're catching
that's
this.
kind of
Like,
the thing.
sorry. And I would pretty much say it's kind of like all mammals on Earth. That's not me making a statement, but like any parent out there, F with their kid when that parent's there, the response is going to be terrible.
Right.
And swift.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, you can't even do that. You know, I don't care if you're a crazy person, whatever. Like, you can't be.
You mess with someone's kid, and the parents.
You can't be talking.
I mean, there's a reason. Like, hey, man, you'd rather bump into a bear than a bear cub. The response is what any parent that is a mammal, if they feel their kid is threatened, like they are coming after you with everything.
Right. And I don't know anything about this guy, right? I just saw the video initially and went, well, those have to be his kids.
Sure.
Because I can't imagine anybody riding a motorcycle with two other dudes and you get into an altercation and they're just stationary on their bike.
Also, word to the wise, never try to pick up your bike by the handles when it's running. Because he goes to pick up the thing, just hits the throttle, and takes it into the freaking yard.
All right, that did look bad, but I think at that point, he's just so frustrated and flustered. Yeah.
And somebody points out it's a Ducati and they're loud.
Oh, that's a nice bike.
I was going to say, wow.
They are. So that's what I'm saying. I think at the end of the day, he's just riding around the neighborhood with his kids, and it's super loud.
Yep.
He's also an actor. He can afford that car. That
Yeah,
bike.
I mean, the neighborhood looked like a multi-million-dollar home neighborhood.
I'm sure it is.
I'm gonna lie to you. I was like, what kind of suburb is this? Because the houses are massive.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're not that far apart.
No. Yep. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate you listening to the Men's Room.
Yeah, man. The cops was chasing me on foot like for a mile, man.
And you were naked at the time?
As the day is long, Playboy.
Oh, word. How did you get away with it?
Well, I had to find a place to blend in, man.
Where does one go to blend in when they're naked?
Walmart, man.
Of course.
Guys, the cameras are rolling.
Roll the open.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, for the 40th year in a row, 98% of Americans who understand the metric system are drug dealers. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. It was brought to our attention that the cameras were rolling before the start of our program, and so some of you may have overheard a private conversation between myself and Felix.
Well, you got to bring it up, man.
Well, as a trusted news source, I just feel that we should be honest and transparent with our audience.
Man, don't nobody care about what we were talking about before the show, man.
Actually, a lot of viewers are sending in emails about it. They have lots of questions. Alfonso in Houston wants to know why Felix was running from the police.
Because the police were chasing me, man, and if I'd have walked, they'd have caught me.
Lisa in Orlando wants to know why Felix was naked.
Because, Lisa, in Orlando, I'd already been arrested, girl, and the cops was about to do a cavity search.
That's when they look in your butt.
Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, damn.
I hate to even ask, but what did they find in your derriere?
Nothing, Playboy. The cops left the door open, so I took off running, man.
That's about the point in your story where the camera started rolling. You were running naked from police before you disappeared into a Walmart.
Yeah, the cops walked right by me, and when the coast was clear, I snuck out the back and walked home. It was crazy, man.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, man, I was in my early 40s.
How old are you now?
In my early 40s.
I admit that I had an unpleasant interaction with law enforcement myself in my late teens.
You.
You don't have to say it like that. I used to have a wild streak.
You.
Yes, Felix, me, Stone Ledbetter.
Okay, Playboy, what did you do in your late teens?
Well, I'm not proud to admit this, but when I was 19, I was pulled over for driving a...
Drunk?
No, I was not driving drunk. I was driving...
A stolen vehicle.
No, Felix, I was neither drunk nor in a stolen vehicle. I was driving... Boy, this is embarrassing. I was driving with a broken taillight.
Is it embarrassing because it's so lame?
Okay, it wasn't running naked through a Walmart after a failed cavity search, but breaking the law is breaking the law.
Even if you do it by accident. An ex-boyfriend of mine found that out the hard way.
What did he do?
He shot a Yeti.
Yeti as in Bigfoot? Your boyfriend shot Bigfoot.
My ex-boyfriend, yeah. And it's illegal to shoot a Yeti.
Seriously?
In the state of Washington it is. And that's where we were camping when he accidentally shot him.
Your ex-boyfriend accidentally shot a Sasquatch.
Right in the face. We thought it was a bear or something, but it was Bigfoot. That's when we found out that it's a $10,000 fine and 5 years in prison.
How long ago did this happen?
3 years ago. My ex has 2 more years.
Okay, this is just getting worse. Let's just go to break. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take their license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think their license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing their car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
This is Sam the Fish Man. Now, I know what you're thinking. Looks like a nice guy. Maybe he is. I want to punch him in the D anyway. Here's why. He's a Patriots fan. I'm a Ravens fan. We made a bet about the Patriots-Ravens game this past Saturday in Foxborough, and although my team gave a valiant effort, they can valiantly now watch the playoffs from the comfort of their living room. So Sam made a bet with me and said, look, if my team wins, which his stupid team did, with that girly quarterback, he said, I'm going to bring a hat down to the studio of the Patriots, and you must put it on your otherwise magnificent head. So what I'm going to do is put this Patriots hat on my head. I just want to say if I burst into flames, you'll understand why. This is disgusting. This is disgraceful. I would apologize to the Ravens for this, but you blew it. I don't.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't like it. Come on.
Get in there. Let's see it. Let's see the logo. Yeah, there it is.
This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life, and I've
so
pooped
good.
myself on the street while being homeless.
Feels.
With Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. The 18-wheeler that crashed in a ditch is still sitting there after 3 days because it's full of tofu.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a man was found sitting on his flip van after having 1 or 2 brews. Man sets fire to a home while singing Burning Down the House. A man pulls a 2,000-pound carriage with his nipples, wearing a blouse. An officer is arrested after driving to a crime scene while drunk. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to Indianapolis, where a police officer was arrested during an investigation. She was on call this particular night and was summoned to the scene of an investigation, but as the investigation was ending, officers reportedly smelled alcohol on the officer's breath. They notified their supervisor, and a sergeant immediately tracked her down. They determined that she was indeed under the influence at the scene of the investigation, which dealt her additional charges due to the fact that she drove herself to and from the scene. She was arrested and has been placed on administrative leave.
Yeah. She was like in her cruiser?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think she was at home, on call. Hey, we need you to come out here, and she was just getting loaded. And she drove on out there.
That's why I can never do on call. Like, bro, look, if it's cool for me to show up stoned or, then I'm down. But
I'm going to need like a 2-hour advance notice before I come in.
I need sober up time.
That's right.
I have a buddy, he's got a job like that. Like every few months, he's got to be on call.
All right.
But he likes cut loose on the weekends. So if you ever see him just kind of nursing one, I'm like, on call? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
In other news, right
His
here at
wife
home.
likes it. She gets a DV.
Yep.
We can go to Port Orchard for another DUI incident. Officers were called to the scene on reports of a single vehicle collision. They arrived to find a 48-year-old man sitting cross-legged on top of his van, which was resting on its side. The driver claimed that that the accident occurred as they were avoiding a deer, but the deputy noted slurred speech and found alcoholic iced tea containers inside the van.
Aha.
A blood test was administered, and the driver was found to have a blood alcohol content of more than twice the legal limit, and he was arrested. Think it's Twisted Teas, or you think it's Mike's Hard?
You said it was hard lemonades?
Teas.
Or teas?
Gotta be could be Arizona's.
Arizona does make a hard tea now.
Yeah. Who else has a hard tea?
What's my guy? Two-Turnt Tony.
Okay.
Two-Turnt Teas.
Gotta be Twisted.
By the way, my nephew always corrects me. Says the kids at college just call it drinking tweez.
Right.
Twisted Tea.
Drinking tweez.
I had a picture of it.
See, I like the half and half.
I generally don't drink. I mean, I got no issue with it, but we were in Eugene before the game at a college bar, and I was like, Twisted Tea on tap? We'll take a picture.
Let's go. No, man, it's fine. It's tea.
Yeah.
Over in Pennsylvania, a local man is facing arson charges after setting fire to a home. The story goes that he was, quote, having a bad day one night and reportedly took issue with a chair inside of the home because it was dirty.
Yeah.
So he resorted to throwing the chair into the fireplace of the home. Eventually, the fire grew out of control and spread into the house, which the man embraced, even reportedly singing the Talking Head song, Burning Down the House.
What other song comes to mind, Burning down the house.
The roof
is on fire.
All three residents were able to escape the home. Just one needed to be treated for minor smoke inhalation. Our fire starter was arrested and faces some serious charges.
I like how they say, well, he's having a bad day. Well, people don't do that when they're having a good day.
You don't know that.
Nah, you're right. I just feel like most of those types of crimes, someone's having a bad day.
Yeah.
Miles and I come from a culture, though. West Virginia, it's big. It was big in College Park. Win a big game, burn some furniture.
You know what? That's good.
Burn a
But
couch.
they did it outside. See, that's the difference.
I can't remember if it was in Morgantown or College Park. One of the fraternities burned one on their deck and burnt the whole damn house down.
Oh.
Y'all just started
Well, it surprised me now.
burning furniture when you had a good game?
Yeah.
It was always a thing in Morgantown, but when Maryland won a national title and beat Duke in basketball at Duke a few times, yeah.
Okay.
And I know this sounds stupid, and it does to me now, but at the time, I'm like, that is the logical conclusion to winning a championship. Light furniture on fire.
And Maryland football was so bad, they beat Duke at Duke. It was such a big win that they went to the football field and stole the goalpost. And then burned those at Fraternity Row.
We go to Missouri where they take their sweet time. The story goes that a semi-truck crashed into a guardrail by an interstate exit and went crashing into a ravine, sending its haul of 40,000 pounds of tofu along with it. That led to a logistical nightmare in the realm of cleanup, as multiple agencies are working together to determine the best way to remove it. That was a conversation that lasted 3 weeks. And locals say that the tofu is starting to stink in the ensuing heat. They're still trying to figure out the best method of cleaning it up and who's footing the bill. You know what? At this point,
that's what they're trying to
send somebody out there with garbage bags. Just get it started.
Who's footing the bill is the only thing they care about.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they have not started cleaning. We cleaned it up. Who's paying? Right. That's the whole thing. 'Cause I had that for License to Spill.
Right.
If it, because I'm like, tofu, really? That's anything else they spilled or immediately doing it.
Friggin' nasty.
Tofu, like,
Just in case those stories have a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Finland, where a record has been broken. A local man has solidified his spot in the history books as he's pulled a carriage weighing a stout 2,184 pounds, with the carriage attached only to a pair of piercings on the man's body. Specifically the ones on his nipples. He describes them as the world's strongest nipples, and this breaks the original record of an impressive 2,179.27 pounds, which is set by an American that calls himself the Great Nippolini. Our boy is no stranger to lifting great weight with his mammaries, as he's previously broke the world record for the heaviest weight lifted by nipples back in 2013 when he lifted nearly 72 pounds of weight and held it for more than 8 seconds. Normally, people just ride bulls, but no.
Yes.
We're going to carry stuff with our nipples.
anyways, I got the strongest nipples in the world. Who's going to argue that?
No, man, give me a purple nipple. Try it. I won't even feel it.
Nip off.
The Great American Nip-Off.
That sounds like a different competition for you, Ted. The last spring training game is currently underway on MLB Network, featuring the Los Angeles Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers. You've got NBA basketball over on Peacock and NBC later on tonight. College tournament ball over on ESPN2 with the Kraken in Florida, taking on the Panthers over on NBC and Kong. As far as your weather, should be drying up tonight as we have some cloud cover and a low of 42. Tomorrow, they're expecting some showers in the morning, followed by a decently bright day with a high right around 50. That's it for headlines with that. Mike Hawkins out.
Thanks, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.